The Dave got picks and he turning out tricks. Pimp slapping like Mike M. Clash of the Titans. But those who won't look this way, cause we already stoned his piss from Dave. Yeah, I'm gone. And it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. Together with Euro Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, Mike M, picks from Dave, Earl Sports Bets. This is Nerd Talk, motherfuckers.
Hey, I'm Dave, and this is Nerd Talk Live Betting Edition. Thanks for showing up. Hope everything's working. The fucking terrorists or Microsoft or whatever screwing up my life. I was one of the dudes that it's affecting airlines. I was one of the entities that got blue screened. Never ending blue screens. If you don't know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. More people than not hadn't happened to them, but for whatever reason, that Microsoft thing affects me. So I'm on a new setup. I don't even know if this laptop's going to hold. We don't give a shit. We're going to go until we go. Camera angle's all screwed up. I'm in a different place. I'm in the same place. I'm actually right next to where I usually shoot. But either way, we're here. That's the thing. I'll be damned. Tell those guys to shut up. We got money to make. But anyways, thanks for being here, guys. Love you a long time. Also, fuck Twitter. I'm not paying to stream on their service. Why would I pay to give them content? Someone else convinced me that I should stream on Twitter. I know that but why should I pay to use their site? Are they going to make pay for us to be members on there? I mean, it's going to go downhill. For right now, I'm not streaming on Twitter. I'm not going to pay a premium membership to do that. I also refuse to talk to people in DMs that where you have to. There's that little check mark where they have to be a verified member. Screw that. You know, if you think you're too important, fuck off. But anyways, we're here. Nick Handy, Fernando, Stop Geo, DJ Hardy, you're very welcome, buddy. Amsterdam. What else? He was in here earlier, giving love. So we'll just shoot on YouTube. We'll decide. Maybe I'll get suckered into Twitter. Maybe that's an audience. You know, sometimes I get more views on Twitter than I get on YouTube, but it doesn't matter. Either way, we're here. And we are jumping off. Like I said, it has been a technologically difficult time since last night. So I did get all my bets in. Let me pull this up. Yeah, so the only games that have gone off that we have plays in. We did have a play in that Cubs game. We lost. Diamondbacks won. Again, first game back from the All-Star break. Never know what you're going to get. I have a kind of a good idea of what I think is going to happen. I did want to go Phillies first five. I didn't. They're winning. So if you got on, I'm good. But the Pirates are threatening. So there it is. I'm also really high on the Reds. They're a team that has a big positive run differential, and they're sub 500, which I followed that trend last year. It was the Cubs and the Twins and the Mariners. Anyways, 3 out of the 4 teams made me a shit ton of money the second half. So I think they go. I'm on the over in that game. I don't know they necessarily win, but I do like runs in that game. And that's that. We got what else do we got here? We got the Rays. I'm on the Rays first 5. Fading Garrett Cole. Plus, I like the plus money. Coming off the break, it was too tempting, so I got it. And then the Mets and the Marlins, I like the over 8 there. 2 not so great pitchers, just two teams that have actually been scoring runs pre-break and pitching that's not that fantastic. That's our baseball plays. I don't have any plays in the late games. I'm looking at some stuff. I like Houston. I haven't got on them yet. We'll get to that. We'll see if anyone else has any other opinions. But thanks, guys, again for coming. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I don't think you can chat unless you subscribe. That's kind of fair if you want to chat and come in here and, not be a psychopath, you're more than welcome, but you have to be a subscriber. It's a small price to pay. You click a button. Doesn't cost you anything. Also like the over in the Giants-Rockies game. Didn't get there. Usually first game of the series in Colorado, I like the under, especially if both teams are traveling there. But I'm going to assume that they've had a couple days to go there and adjust to the barometric pressure difference at altitude. I'm going to guess maybe they came in yesterday and I should be betting the under or the Giants under, but I like the over. I do like the over. What's the weather in Denver? Denver weather. I should have looked at that. Oh, it's 90 degrees. Yeah. And the wind is blowing 14 miles an hour. Where's it blowing? Oh, maybe we should have looked into this a little bit deeper before. Swish Analytics. The pitcher, they hadn't listed a pitcher when I was capping these for the Giants. So I didn't get their Swish Analytics weather. This thing's going to win. I hope this computer doesn't fucking shit the bed too. I'll be the third one. Going down. Scrolling. It's coming in. Ooh, it's Coors Field, right? But it's 12 miles an hour coming in from pretty much dead center. Left center, dead center, and left center. I don't know. Put your plays in the chat, guys. It's good to see my mom's in the chat. Old E's in the chat. Ian, what's up, buddy? Bet the Sky, what's up? Angels A's under 8.5. Interesting. I'd wait for lineup confirmations on Tuohy being in and out tonight before backing Houston. Yeah, Houston's the other one. The two teams, little tidbits that you get for watching the show. I would do videos on these, but nah, I'll just make people watch the show. I like teams coming out of the All-Star break that the first half of the season had positive run differentials, basically, which means that they outscoring. They score a lot of runs, outscoring their opponents, but they're 500 or less, which means their wins are big wins and their losses are small. So in one run or two runs, and that's basically how you get a big run differential, and you're not winning more than 50% of your games. And what that means is one swing of the bat, one circumstance the other way, one error the other way will go their way. So if that's the case, if they're putting up the runs but not getting the little situational things that are happening, by the law of big numbers, that's going to happen over time. So if it didn't happen in the first half, I like for it to happen in the second half, or at least bet on that. It's a good way of forming your beginning of the second half capping in MLB. And by the way, if you're chasing after dogs in the second half of the season, you're going to lose money. So your average line odds should become more juiced. That's just the way that it is. Books are onto it. So if you're trying to catch a Pirates team, which this is just an example, beginning of the season, Pirates at plus 130 or plus 140. Now you probably should be betting more the favorite second half. That's just been my experience. But either way, we do have another guest. We'll bring him on. We don't need any fucking intros today. Today's a weird day with technology, so we'll just bring him in. Why not? You know him, you love him. And what the fuck, Dave? There we go.
What up, Dave?
Oh man, today's crazy. Did you get affected by any of this weird Microsoft stuff?
Nah.
Yeah, I did. Watching a movie last night.
People, though, yeah.
Oh yeah, bro, it fucked up my life. Everything is on that laptop. My other laptop overheats. I'm using a family member's laptop, and it's gonna die too. But anyway, what is up? What are you on? Let's get into it. Got any plays for us?
Yeah. I'm on the Pirates. They fell down 3-0, but they tied it right back. I have them.
Mm-hmm.
I have Kansas City on the run line. I've got Boston, Dodgers, Red Sox over 8.5. I got plus 105 on that. And then what else? I took a few pitcher props. I've got Hunter Brown over 6.5. It was pretty juicy though, like 150. Bibee under 5.5 for Cleveland. Padres don't strike out at all. And then
Yep.
I have Garrett Cole over 7.5 at plus money.
I secretly want you to lose that bet, but okay, we can still win.
All right, you on Tampa?
I'm on Tampa first 5. I want to fade him.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. It's always a
didn't-
tricky.
I
Go ahead.
didn't like that one too much, but I tailed Sharpie on that one. He
Yeah.
liked it a lot. He got the 7+ though. I took the plus money. It was too juicy.
Yeah. No, it's all good. We can still get there and lose. We've seen that. I'm just not.
For sure.
I think his ship has sailed personally. I don't know. I never liked him to begin with. He's a Yankee. Yeah.
What up?
I kind of like the Astros. The Astros and the Reds are the two teams that have big positive run differentials. The Astros obviously have a good record. I just think they're going to be even better. I think the Astros still, on paper, if they're fully healthy, are one of the best teams in baseball. I think that even though they're still second and in the playoffs, technically, they've underperformed. They should be winning that division. And then the Reds are under 500, but we've seen them just have explosions of runs. They're an offensive team. And if your run differential's big and you're at 500 or less, that just means you're losing close games. That's what it means. So if one thing goes one way, I want to be on the Reds. I'm on the over in this game with Corbin, but
that's kind of why I want to fade the Cardinals. They are like minus.
Yep.
And they got a good record. They're like minus 30 or something.
That was something else that I looked at. The one thing that jumped out is a team that has a good record. The only problem is why I can't fade them. They are notoriously, the Cardinals and the Indians are notoriously a second half team.
Second half team, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I would if that was any other team, I would go on a diatribe about, their differential sucks and they're winning. That just means they're winning close games. But the Cardinals and the Indians, the Guardians have always been a second half team.
Yeah. And Cleveland, their offense this year is better than it's ever been for a while now, since Lindor and them days.
Yeah, so
I don't really want to fade the Guardians. I mean, the Cardinals, they're just not really in a division I want to fade them anyway. The teams in that division aren't that good.
Yeah.
They should make a run. I think Milwaukee wins that division, but I wouldn't be surprised if St. Louis took the spot, to be honest.
Milwaukee. Fuck Milwaukee.
All those teams.
Fuck them. I mean, Milwaukee, get out of here. They're the bane of my existence for betting. Would be, and it's fair enough. You can like whatever team you like, but be realistic. Everyone that they're going to do what the Brewers do. They're going to get to the playoffs and then just fucking peter out.
Yep. Lose first round. They won't even give their fans any hope. They'll just get swept, and that'll be it.
I love the great state of Wisconsin, but you got a basketball team. That's what you got. And that's it. And you got cheese.
They had their good days with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you had your Packers.
Yeah.
You had your Packers. The Brewers have always sucked dick. You've got the Bucks. You got Giannis. So,
Yeah, they did. They just won a title 2 years ago. They better be happy with that.
Yeah. And he's still a top 5 player in the NBA. But, yeah, so we are rolling. I'm even scared to put fucking MLB TV up on this laptop. I just don't know what's going to happen. It's an older laptop. The camera's good. The camera's better than mine, but anyway, we'll see. We will see. So we got.
I forgot. I took I got the Marlins over 3.5, or what is it, 3.5? Yeah, it was 3.5. Sean Manaea. I know Marlins don't really hit lefties, but Sean Manaea he's one of them pitchers I'm targeting this second half. His numbers are way too good to stay like that.
I'm on the over.
You go over 8? Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to just take the over, but Cabrera, he can be good at times, but it's just the walks with him.
Yeah, I was surprised that number didn't move. It stayed on 8.
It was pretty low. It was fishy. The line was fishy too. It scared me. I wasn't going to take the Mets because it was only like minus 125.
Yeah.
They
Patrick Corbin
runners on the corner though. Mets first and third.
Okay. They do. Runs. Patrick Corbin is shoving. No hits, 3 Ks through 3 innings so far. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. That number was 8.5. It jumped up to 9.5. So we like that. We like that.
You said you're gonna take Houston, or you don't know yet?
I'm thinking about
Thinking
it.
about it.
I'm kicking it around. I'll probably get there.
Yeah. Depending on how my night goes, I'll probably take them too. I don't. The price is good enough to bet straight up.
How much is this stupid fucking? I hate that we have to pay to fucking stream on Twitter now. I hate it. Should I be stubborn or should I just get over it? I don't know.
When did they start that?
Like last Saturday. I streamed on Twitter last Saturday, and then Mike tried to do it, and it was blocked. And now StreamYard has a big red exclamation mark. It says a premium account on Twitter is required to blah, blah, blah.
They're trying to suck as much money out of you as they can.
Actually, it's only $267. Oh, if it's billed annually, fuck that. Fuck you. It's $3 a month. Small. Can you? Okay, so what's it? Let's look at this. This is fucking dumb. Actually, it's really smart. Elon is a genius businessman. Small reply boosts, encrypted direct messages. Who cares? Bookmark folders. Who gives a fuck? Highlights tab. Who gives a fuck? Edit post. Who gives a fuck? People that want to edit their posts are fucking people that try to cheat. Don't like that. Should be stamped there and never editable because people will try to manipulate their records, and I've seen it. Post longer videos. I like that. Longer posts. I like that. Okay. $3. Everything is based in basic plus half ads in you following. Larger reply boost. Get paid to post. So you have to pay to get paid. Fucking check mark. I don't want a fucking check mark. So I don't want any of that. Premium 8. No, I don't want that. Let's get the 3. Let's see what this 3. It's only $3, right? Does it say YouTube streaming? Can you stream? Download videos, background videos, longer posts, reply boost. Nope. Media Studio. What the fuck is that? Doesn't say. Well, download videos. Yeah. Okay, let's try this. I don't even know. Do I have a credit card loaded on here? Damn motherfuckers. Okay. Sorry guys, we're doing this fucking bullshit where they make you
he likes the Dodgers, Red Sox over 2. Yeah, that line just looked a little. I thought it'd be a 9 at least. The pitchers don't really excite me. Gavin Stone and Pivetta. I mean, Pavetta's all right. What at one time? OD. Angels, A's under 8.5. I'm not gonna bet that game. I kind of leaned over, but I don't mind it.
Okay.
What
am I? Fucking address. I'll tell you what, Cam. All you young bucks that love technology.
I'm not a big technology guy, but
subscribe. Let's see if this works. It's buffering, it's processing, it's twitting. Okay, give me the check mark. So we paid for this stupid bullshit. You're all set. Okay, let's see if StreamYard will let me do it now. Go live. We clicked on it. Nope. It says your account is required and blah, blah, blah. Maybe it needs to kick in. I don't know. God damn, do I hate this. Oh boy. Sorry guys. Dave's trying to figure this out. Small play on the Athletics, team total over. Why isn't it working? Team total over 5.5. Holy shit.
I'm about to say you had to bump that up.
Yeah.
Plus 200.
Plus 200.
They're
Yeah,
crushing
that's-
lefties. I've seen they've been crushing lefties. Their stats are kind of skewed though because they hit like they got like 9 runs off Povich on the O's in like 1 inning. So they're kind of, but they did hit up Suarez too the day after, or for the Phillies. So they have been hitting him a bit. That's a lot of runs though. What's the regular one? Stop Gio probably what 3.5 or 4.5 plus money.
Let's see here. It takes a minute to kick in.
Cash, Tigers, Jays, Nerfy. Yeah, neither team, those teams can hit. Surprising Nerfy was that low, minus 125. Some decent pitchers too.
Account. Please upgrade a premium
Go back to
subscription
like
or
the
stream
threes
a different and go live.
No, I'm saying they hit lefties, but I would rather take the regular one. But they could get 6 runs. It's the Angels.
All right, fuck it.
That
Fuck it.
bullpen's bad. It was 3.5, 135. Yeah, that's too much juice to bet 3.5 with the A's.
Mets got nothing. That's good. Right out the gate.
Yeah,
First
that
and
team-
third
that-
with one out.
I didn't even see what happened. He must have got a strikeout or a double play.
Oh, that fat fucking loser ground into a double play.
Who? They don't have
The
Vogelbach,
Mets,
do they?
the pasty ass fucking first baseman motherfucker. Everyone's favorite.
Alonso?
Every fucking home run derby, fade him. Fucking. I want
Yeah.
to use a.
He got me too. I took a little stab with him. Just because the field was so weak. I didn't really like the odds, but the
Oh,
field
it was
so
a horrible.
bad.
That was the worst field ever of all time.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I had not Rushman. The other fucking dude.
Yeah, I had Gunner and
Gunner.
too.
Yeah. Teoscar was my long shot. I was gonna take. I usually do this. I take a favorite and a long shot, and he was my long shot, but I didn't take him.
Yeah, I like to do that too, but there wasn't really any long shots that I think even had a chance.
That's what I'm
Wow.
saying.
He
I'm
just
saying.
robbed a home run.
Who did?
Jeff McNeil. Wow, what the fuck? He's playing in the outfield? He just robbed a homer. That bastard.
Well, that's nice. We're not going to get our over. Dave's already pissed off. He had to pay for Twitter, and now we're fucking not going. But you know what? That's what happens. I bet you all the games go under. I bet everyone's in a fucking sluggish slump. That's what's going to happen. Just got to get warmed up. Phillies Pirates is the only game with the score. Yep, it is. Cardinals Braves is delayed. Didn't bet that game.
Yeah, I gave out the Pirates on fucking Mike's show. They go down 3-0 and everybody starts fucking getting on my ass right away because I gave out the Pirates. And then 5 minutes later, they tie the game.
You know what's funny? I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I can't believe we have a live betting show on Monday. What the hell are you talking
Well,
about?
they were just fucking nasty. It was Nasty Nate. He was just fucking around, but somebody else said something too.
Ramon, what are you talking about, Ramon? Ramon, did you take your meds today, Ramon? It's Friday, isn't it?
I can't believe
Am I on
Monday.
I don't get it. What's up, Flea? Good to see you. Good to see you. And we're gonna end the stream just like we did last time. We're gonna kick the late games off, and then we're gonna get off. There's, when there's crazy amounts of football and basketball and shit going on, I'll stay up through late. But there's gonna be 2 games on. We're gonna stay up and sweat a 4-hour baseball game. No thanks. What we're gonna do, and we're gonna do this forever, and this is whatever you guys want to do. And BJ came and kicked it with us last Friday, but we're gonna go backstage and bet Aussie Football League, Australian Football League, and National Rugby League. There's 3 games in each. I'm gonna give out some plays later. I started putting those in premiums. Last night we went 1-1, but we've been making money. Dave's learning how to cap it, and we're gonna make it part of the show, or at least some of the information. So And you guys are welcome. Anyone in the chat that wants to go hang out and bet it can. Or just ask for the plays. We'll give them out. I'm going to see where Dan's at. I want to run some stuff by him. But I really like one game in AFL tonight. And then my team, I've chosen teams in each league. And my team is playing tonight, the Rabbitohs, South Sydney. I don't know what I'm doing in that game yet.
Is that like the team that's always laying the big ass points?
No, they're not. No. They're one of the bad teams. They're usually getting points, but they're playing the worst team. They're playing the West Tigers, which is the worst team in the league. It just depends. They have this weird thing. Their all-star game is called State of Origins, and they play 3 games. It's a 3-game series, and it is intense. I mean, it is like their players. What it is it's the 2 states, the big states in Australia, are New South Wales and what's the one up top? Queensland. And they play each other. And you can be on a team, your club team, your pro team, and you could be playing against guys because you're from a different place. So it's their all-star game from where you're from, I guess. Is it where you play your game or where you're from? Either way, it's like the Civil War, and they fucking go at each other. They're body slamming each other. It's crazy. But why I brought that up is that affects who plays in these Friday and Saturday games, because they're playing in that's more important, which is crazy to me because they're not making, they're getting paid to play for their team. But I need to go over lineups is what I'm saying. So anyway, you love it backstage. Yes, you do, Ramon. Ramon goes by the Mayan calendar. Ramon, are you Mayan? Is that why your name is very confusing? You have a very ethnic first name and a very non-ethnic last name, Ramon Scott. Hey, wait a minute. Is that kind of like Mark Twain? It's really not your name. That's your pen name. It's your handle. What is your real name, Ramon? I bet it's like Doug. You look like a Doug. I'm just kidding, Ramon. You can never trust someone with 2 first names. That's what they tell me. David Rogers. It's almost there. Although everyone, it's non-native Latin American descent people. I don't know how to say it the right way without being politically correct. They always call me Roger.
Roger instead of Rogers.
They don't call me Dave or David. David Rogers is. It's just easy. Somehow it's easier. It comes out, and it's been a thing ever since I've been a kid. And it's people that 20 years removed from each other that are calling me Roger. It's just. I guess that's for people that have the Spanish language in the forefront of their brain. It's easier for them to say Roger. I don't know. Thanks for the $8, Elon. Yeah, Elon. I'm doing this under protest. I can't. I can't. And it's still not even streaming on fucking Twitter. But anyway, it's all good. We will do what we're going to do. I anticipate we're basically now until August, the next month, are going to be really low numbers, especially since I'm not advertising as much. I'm okay to sit and be dormant, I don't know. Stop, Gio. Why'd you put a JFK thing in there? If you can pay for OnlyFans with $3 in Twitter. Yeah, but it's OnlyFans. Come on. OnlyFans is that's a silly question. You pay for what it's worth it to you. I don't know if it's worth it to me. I'm doing it, but if I didn't stream the show, I wouldn't fucking give them one red dime. But when social media, you start having to pay for it, I will go off social media. I don't see that as, I see that as something we're helping them grow, right? That we're helping their company, that we're lining their pockets. They're getting ad revenue from fucking people. I'm not getting I'm not getting any money from Twitter, yet they're putting ads on my fucking page.
Bastards.
Mr. Rogers. Yeah. Are you old enough to know who Mr. Rogers is?
No, I don't think so.
The fact that he had to, Ramon, the fact that he had to think about that, look him up. He's He was a kids. He's an iconic. He had a show, and he was like a very well mannered, like teaching kids manners and songs and stuff. And
What was it? The 90s, 80s?
70s, 60s, 70s,
Oh
80s.
yeah, it's
Like
way
he was.
before.
Well, the thing is he's iconic. Like he's like Michael Jordan. You never saw him play, but he was like he's that iconic. Mr. Rogers is very, very iconic. Tom Hanks did a movie about him, a big movie about him. Yeah, no. I get you. I got you. I don't think that it's important to pay Twitter or Facebook for. I mean, some people do, because what I just paid for? I paid to be able to stream on their channel. The other things people are paying for is a check mark to be able to edit their posts, which I think is a crime. Because in our industry, the only reason why you want to go edit something is to cover it up. I think, unless you make a mistake, but just repost it. Anyway, Justin McKelvey, what's up, my buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Reds up 1-0. Got a run on the board finally. Rays, Yankees, Tigers, Blue Jays, Mets, Marlins, Padres, Guardians. I said those all in one because they have no runs. Nothing.
Bibby's got 28 pitches, no strikeouts. That's good.
Yep, that is good. Maybe he falls off a cliff.
I only took it because Sharpie, I don't think he bet it, but he brought up in his he was breaking him down and shit, and he's hit the line. They had him at 5.5. He's hit that line in 9 out of 10 games, and I think might have been 9 straight actually. And I knew the Padres. I always bet under strikeouts against the Padres. They'll like, it don't matter if it's a 0-2 count. They'll sell out just to try to make contact.
No, you talk to Sharp about this, but this season they have been a non-strikeout team.
Yeah.
Howdy Doody. Yeah, Howdy Doody was a thing. That was even before my time, but I don't know Mr. Rogers with the D is. That's Aaron Rodgers. Rogers, Mr. Rogers. Oldie Stacks cashed in first inning. Oh, you're telling Oldie that the Stacks. What was the Stacks play of the day?
Was it had to have been a prop?
Had to have been or a Yurfie or a Nerfy or something, right? Which is a prop.
It might have been Trey Turner. Or not Trey Turner, but Castellanos. He had a double.
Get an RBI, get a ribby.
Yeah, he had RBI double, so it could have been him. They just scored, fuckers.
Nasty Nate's in here to give you a hard time.
He's been here the whole time. Motherfucker gonna wait till they score a run. That's fine.
He's been sitting there waiting.
He's
Are you on the Phillies?
When they went up 3-0. They went up 3-0 and he said something. He said, I hope nobody listened to Coogee. I said,
well, there you go.
Take me later. Pirates win. It'll come down to the late innings. I'm not worried about one run. It really was just a fade because they just had their whole half of their team was at the All-Star game. I don't know how locked in they could really be. I'm not a Pirates guy or anything.
Yeah, stop Geo. They've always talked about Kennedy's assassination as a conspiracy. There's always been conspiracies. Oh, it was the mob. Oh, it was the Russian. Was there more than one shooter? There's always been that. Come on. We don't know that. And if you're making, I don't want to get into what fucking the state of affairs.
He said,
What's more important?
Just hopped on. He hopped on at the right time because they just homered. Some bum.
To the Nerfy.
Wilson or something. Yeah, he had Castellanos bases. Justin, yeah, good shit.
There you go. That a boy, Justin. That a boy. That a boy.
Another Nerfy for Stop Geo. Idiots Padres.
I mean, we got a little ways to go, but I don't see why I'm not moving on these Astros.
Yeah.
I should be moving on them. I also kind of like that over.
I'm not big with these stats, but JPZ said they're 8-0. I think the last 8-0 at home on Fridays or something like that. I think JPZ said on Mike's show, but I'm not
Hmm.
big into
I'm
those
gonna
kind of.
fix my shit real quick. Hold on.
They are pretty good at home.
I forgot I had the cream guzzler there. Shit. The fucking here we go. Got the fucking creepy ass mustache.
Said fuck them Pirates. Fuck them.
Fuck him, he says.
I don't care about them either.
All right, Dave's gonna make 3 bets right now. He's talked about them enough. He's gonna make them. One is the. Oh, I'm also on the Miami Heat -4.5. It went up to 5. Summer League.
Yeah, they've been looking good. I've been seeing.
Yeah,
the Heat.
I'm throwing them and the Clippers. I bet the Clippers last night. I'm just very, very light cap. Just fucking half unit plays just to have some action. Yesterday I needed action. Okay, we're going over 10.5 in the Giants Rockies game. That is first official show play that hasn't been bet. I'm also going the over in the Dodgers game. It's 8.
Damn.
Thanks to Cam. I like that. So we're going there. Then I am also taking. Why is it not on this book? Oh, there it is. Yes, it is. I'm going to take the Astros. Now, how's their bullpen been? Let's go to Fangraphs real quick.
Let's go, Marlins. First and third, 1-0, and they got second and third. Let's go.
They scored in that game finally?
1-0, and they got runners on second and third, 1 out. Manaea, it's time for regression. I've seen that many times.
I've always faded Manaea. I can't believe this year he's been so good.
Yeah, that's what keeps pissing me off. I'm gonna die on the horse. If I keep losing money fading him, and then I lose money, I don't see him staying at his numbers.
You are who you are on the back of your baseball card.
Yeah.
That's who you are. You are who you are, basically. I mean, you can have a short stint of whatever, but he's dog shit. And he's been a moneymaker for me, and I don't care. I did fade him a couple times. I backed off of him, but you're probably right. Second half shit happens. So, all right. How are these bullpens doing? Let's take a look. Teams, not players. Teams. Fucking Fangraphs.
Yeah, for Summer League though, I've been riding I did bet the Clippers last night because there wasn't really nothing on it. I've been riding Minnesota too. They got that Rob Dillingham and Terrence Shannon Jr. They're pretty good.
Both bullpens are at a 4 ERA the past 2 weeks, almost identical. So that means that they're negligible.
What are they both like middle of a pack? Was that
four? That's average. They're actually are 14 and 15. Yeah. Fucking right smack in the middle. Yeah. When they say 4 is an average ERA, that just shows you. So we are also betting Houston, and we're going full game. We'll give them the whole game to get settled in. I kind of also, bro, the total 7. I know it's in fucking Seattle, and it's all. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it.
It's 7 because who knows what Seattle gives you.
Yeah.
5-2 or 5-1 or something. You never know with Seattle.
So we're going. Those are the 3 bets. So we took the Astros. Money line, full game. We took the over in the Dodgers game and the over in the Rockies game. That is what we have. Stop Gio's writing a book as usual. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up joining. I'm gonna join you with the Astros. I had them circled.
Yeah, who knows? Stop Gio, but that's not breaking news. There's always been a question mark.
2-0 Miami.
Also, if you can, guys, please, besides subscribing and liking, if you're on Twitter, I'm gonna put out a tweet. I don't need to retweet it because it's already there. There is a tweet about the show. I'm gonna retweet it, saying we're live. If you could retweet it, let them know, because we are not on Twitter. For whatever reason, it's not going, and I just wasted fucking $8 on this. But if you can, let's quote this.
I'm so unexcited about the UFC card tomorrow. Like, it's one of those, like, I don't even know if I really even want to watch the card with baseball back on. There's a couple fights I'm excited about, but they're all pickups. It's like flip a coin for each fight.
Yeah, I don't. I to tell you the truth, I haven't even fucking looked at it.
Yeah, it's not. It's nothing to be excited about.
Who's the main event?
Another female fight, back-to-back
Oh.
cards.
You don't even need to tell me.
It's
I'm not,
it's
I'm-
and one. It's Lemos, which she's like 38, and then
know
the
she
other
is.
girl is Verna. She's like 37. So it's two. They're good, but they're old.
Yeah, we'll find ways. We'll find ways to bet it. I just.
Yeah, I'll probably just be tailing people because I honestly don't. I don't got much on this card. I like Miranda Maverick, but her odds are too high. 250. I'm not betting that straight over. 220, I think it is. I'm not betting that straight.
I don't know if there was any LFA or whatchamacallit tonight.
There is. I think it might be Bare Knuckle might be tonight too. I'm not sure. Bare Knuckle may be tomorrow. I'm not for sure, but I know there's Bare Knuckle either tonight or tomorrow. Let me look. There's probably some PFL tonight.
Sorry, guys, just doing some producing stuff. Be more engaged here in just a second.
Wow, was it Thursday? Really? It was yesterday?
Really? We missed it?
I
All right.
think it says it was yesterday for the BKFC. I'm not sure. I'm not too into that, but
Did I miss this fucking guy? No, I didn't.
4-4 in Pittsburgh. Let's go, Justin. Let's go. Them Pirates, they're scrappy. Bo said, what is it? The UFC Belt Championship? OD, I'm fading JP Sears. Strikeouts under 4.5. Hits allowed over 4.5. Runs allowed over 2.5. Plus 340. That's a parlay. Plus 343. Yeah.
We need the Reds to score 3 more runs. Yeah, we need a lot of runs in that game. My buddy, that was a posted play at the bottom of the fourth. This is where Corbin gets boo food. Is his third time around.
I had a bird tell me JP was relaxing hard over the last few days back in Charleston. Where's that? His hometown? If you got some inside information, yeah, ride that shit.
I'm not a JP Sears fan.
Yeah, I think they've been cooling off, but I know like a couple weeks ago the Angels were hitting lefties like top 5 in the league. I'm not sure about now.
I can tell you.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're probably about down to 10 or something now.
Oh shit! You know what I did? I was looking at the wrong date for those bullpens for that.
The Astros game.
Yeah, I was looking at June 4th to 18th. It's all right. Let's hope it's all right. Seattle has.
Well, Houston's been winning, so I'm guessing their bullpen's been.
Yeah. Seattle's no. Houston's been not so great, and Seattle's been. We should. I'll let it pan out. I probably should have fucking caught that error, but either way, left-handed pitching. That's what we want to look at.
Yeah, lefties, Angels.
Let's take a look.
He's fading him big. He took all 3 weeks.
No, the lefty. Granted, the sample size is small. Let's open up the sample size.
Yeah, they're probably top 10. I'm assuming because they were up there.
Well, they were bottom the past 2 weeks. That's why I'm opening it up.
Yeah, I mean they've been cooling down for sure.
Yeah, they haven't faced that many lefties. Only in the past 3 weeks they've had 85 plate appearances, but they're dead last.
Yeah, they've probably been facing hella relievers, lefty relievers.
Octagon, noon Eastern on Saturday. Cage Warriors. Nah. That ain't my style.
That's Cage Warriors is tonight.
1 p.m. Eastern, so it'd be 10.
What
Really?
about? I know Ramon could find me this. What about Bare Knuckle, Ramon? Was that because I think that said it might have been yesterday, the 18th.
Shit, hold
I
on.
might have missed it. I was hoping it was going to be today. I looked it up. So I'm looking at the wrong shit. He said, "Sorry for the book."
I always make fun of.
Yeah, writing a book. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But we are rolling. Still not rolling on Twitter. Still don't know quite what's
Brent
going on.
R said, "Bye." What's TTYS stand for?
Oh, that's my mom. Talk to you soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant. I'm slow.
I don't know why she said bye. Did she even say hi? Oh, she did. Howdy doody, dumb old stuff. Yeah. That was before her. She wasn't even. Howdy doody was like the 50s. It was a long fucking time ago. Long time ago. I remember growing up and the Vietnam War was only 20 years. I was 10 years old, 11 years old. I'm not that old. I'm 40, and there's a lot of guys that are older than me in the chat. But it's the same amount of time that it was when we invaded Iraq. It happened in 2004, 20 years ago. It's crazy. Life goes by so fast. I'm more of Bozo. You're more of Bozo the Clown. I remember Bozo the Clown. All the old stuff. What's up, Real Deal Prime? Good to see you. Marlon's working on that. Team Tolo. They confirmed in tonight. Batting first in the lineup. Does he ever not bat first?
We're halfway there, oldie. I need 2 more runs.
But second.
I seen Jose bet it 2, 3.5. Altuve confirmed in tonight. Yeah, I seen that like an hour ago. Stop Gio. I seen the
Jose?
line. They had everybody in tonight. Well, besides Tucker's been hurt, but what up, Real Deal?
Jose Buquois. I'll be on his betting with the bag tomorrow. Not betting with the bag, but whatever. What is it? Say hey. Whatever the fuck he calls it. Oh shit.
You said you're gonna be on with them?
Yeah.
That's got to be early for your.
Yeah, that's why I feel bad if I say no, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Sorry, Jose.
I can guarantee you the card will probably be better tomorrow than it was today. I didn't really like the card that much.
Yeah, I just.
It was just the pitchers, really. What do we got? Yeah, oh yeah, there's some good pitchers going tomorrow.
5, 6, 7.
Peralta versus Lopez.
$30, 22. What was it? 8. All right. Let's hope for 4 out of 4 on Nerfies. 4 out of 4. That's pretty damn good. Pretty dang good.
Cole's up to 3 strikeouts. He might have got 2 last inning, yeah. He's at 45 pitches, though. It's going to be dicey. Unless he strikes the side out one of these innings. Oh, there's 1. Let's go. We got 4. Wow, Philly 6-4. Them bastards. Fuck. Hopefully Nasty Nate's not in the chat still. Yep, I seen that, Justin. Who homered? I know someone homered. Trey Turner. God damn it. We're fine, though. I expected Martin Perez to get up some runs. Maybe not 6, but I expected at least 4. I said on Mike's show that Nola will give up 4+, though. He's at that 4. How many pitches does he got? He's only at 50. Wow. I thought he'd be more than that.
Did the Nats score?
Why are you putting the bag emojis, Nate?
Oh,
You
yeah.
still got this game's far from over. You shouldn't be comfortable with the 2-run lead the way this game's going. Already up, we're up 3-0.
Here's the deal. If you can go out and celebrate your picks, but when you lose, you're open. Don't do this. Don't do this. I'm not going to take it. No, you take it. Nate, when the Pirates win, just be careful. And they can take it.
That's why I told him. I said, be careful what you wish for. When they were up 3-0 in the first inning. I said, I didn't know you could win a game in the first inning.
I'll be honest. I said this before you got on. I leaned Phillies first 5, but that's just.
Yeah, they could win the first 5.
Wow.
It was really just a fade of Nola. I kind of fucked up and should have just took the team total, but I wanted the plus money. It's fine.
Tigers up 1-0. Marlins up 2-0. We do have 3 runs in that Reds Nationals game. The Nationals are up. See, I don't fade Corbin like I did. The Corbin Day thing and all that.
4-1. 4-1. It is homer.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
You took the over in that game?
Yeah. I got it 8.5. I went to 9.5. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, Montas, he'll give up. He'll give up the runs. It's Corbin, right, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Corbin.
And they let Corbin go way too far into the game. That's just one of their things. And I bet you he has a low pitch count. Let's take a look.
It's that third time through the lineup for him. He gets cranked. The third time through the lineup every time, don't matter who he faces.
He's pitched 73 pitches in 4 innings. That's quite a bit. So he's due. He's due for to be who he is.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9 coming up. That third time around is going to be tough for him.
Home for 11 days. The books are cooked. We'll go get him, buddy. You're on the Reds? Yeah. I'm going to be on the Reds the second half. Just this game, I don't know. It seemed like a lot of runs to me.
Said, damn, on the Reds. That's far from over. The Nats can give it up.
Oh, it's bottom of the 4th. It's not even halfway done. Tigers up 3-0.
It's baseball. I don't get too caught up when my teams go down and shit. It's when I have an over in the game and it's 0-0 in the 6th inning. That's when I start like, what the fuck? That's when I start complaining. Detroit up 3-0, yeah. 2-run shot.
Come on, Tampa Bay. Can we get this? That's plus 140. What did I get it? Plus 135? Plus 130.
2 strikeouts.
Who do you like in the WNBA slam dunk contest? Do they even have one? I mean, do they?
They got a layup contest.
Yeah. I mean, isn't there only like one player that I don't think there's only one, but wasn't it like, was it Lisa Leslie or?
It was Lisa Leslie. She was the first one to dunk in a game, but
Yeah.
Brittany Griner can dunk.
Yeah, of course.
She might be the only one, and there's probably a couple who can, but I know there's a girl in college who can dunk. She went to Stanford. Now she's on USC. I think she transferred to USC.
Huh? I should know. Well, I guess I shouldn't know that because I'll tell you what I won't follow is women's college basketball. I'm capping WNBA. I'm not capping women's college.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, I just see her all over social media because she was dunking in like high school and stuff. I don't know where she went to high school, but she was dunking in high school.
Yeah, I don't know how to think about that. I also don't quite understand. It's USA versus Team WNBA. It's like
I've seen that. What is that?
I don't understand. Like, and all the good young players are on. All the old fucking heads are on the Team USA. But that doesn't. I mean, I hate All-Star games. I like the under didn't hit in the baseball game. That's one bet I like. But basketball All-Star games are a joke.
So I'm guessing. So the other team's gonna be like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and all that.
Yeah, that's who it is. And the other ones like Kelsey Plum and Brittany Griner and Ayahuasca, however you say her fucking name. I know who Dave has in the skills count.
Is that girl from the Wings on there?
I think she's on the other one. Let's see.
Or she might be playing for her own country. I'm not sure. Is that?
That's why she'd be on.
She could just be playing for her own country.
Rosters. Full list of reserves and rosters and all this shit. Okay. The WNBA is Dewana Bonner, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, Alicia Gray, De'Erica Hamby, Brianna James, Jonquel Jones, Caleb McBride, Kelsey Mitchell, Agun Bawale. That's I think Erica Agun. I think
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Then there's Nneka Agwu Mika is on the Storm. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're
That's the
talking
best
about.
I'm going to do. Angel Reese. All right. So then the next Team USA is Nafisa Collier, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gay, Brittany Griner, Sabrina Ionescu, that was ayahuasca, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, Dana Taurasi, Elisa Thomas, Aja Wilson, and Jackie Young. So all the old fucking heads. They're going to win.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're gonna win, but what's the spread? Is the spread and shit out?
Oh Jesus Christ!
If it's 10 points, I might take the other team. If we can get 10,
let's see.
I haven't even looked at that shirt.
WNBA. It's 6.5 to
Ooh,
the national team.
I don't know. That's close. That's sharp right there. That's gonna be like an 8-point game.
Yep.
That's sharp.
The Nationals, what a joke at Diva. Are you telling me that because the Reds just came back? No. Oh, that they're winning. Yeah, I don't have them to win. I just need runs. Runs, please. Runs. Reds, runs. Contribute, please.
Them bullpens will give it up.
Marlins up 3-0. Man, oh man. I'm not gonna get this over because the Mets are gonna do what the Mets do. The Mets are fucking I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. And I love Nick and Tim, but what a fucking shitty team. The Mets are shit. They just are shit.
I was arguing with them because they kept telling me Lindor and Nimmo should have been in the All-Star game. I'm like, with their record being like that, they're not going to get. They kept saying the record and shouldn't matter. I'm like, that totally matters. How you're doing for your team. If your team's not succeeding, unless you're having a monster year, they're not going to.
Listen. What the Mets are known for doing, they're just like we were talking about the Brewers, is they'll have like a good little stretch. Like they had 2 years ago where they blew it up in the beginning of the season and then they fucking stalled it into the finish line. Then they had the thing where their stupid fucking closer decided to be dumb and hurt himself. And then basically your best player is a fat, overrated piece of crap. That Pete Alonso.
Well, I thought they were going to trade him, but then they started winning games and now they're thinking they have a chance and they're just going to peter out.
No, they have no hope. They're useless.
I think they have hope right now. Tim and Nick and them they have hope. They have hope. They were saying like season's over, and then they went on that run, and now they have hope again.
It does. They're in the playoff. There was something they posted that was in the playoff picture, whatever. The Mets going to the playoffs is as useless as the Capitals going to the playoffs in hockey. It's a waste of a spot. You're going to lose. You suck.
Waste of a spot. Yep, like the Brewers.
I'd rather a team get in like the fucking Pirates or the fucking.
There we go. Cast the team total. There we go, Mania.
Cheeks for the Mets. Yeah, fucking those ass cheeks. I'm gonna spread them.
Let's go, Mania. Don't ever give me a 3.5 team total against Mania.
Fucking Mania.
Bum.
Uh-oh. Base loaded with no outs for the Yankees. We're gonna lose that one too. Fuck. Yankees
What up,
just scored.
The truth? Cheeks for the old mateys. He said, Dave, relax. We're going to catch. Yeah, the Marlins bullpen's going to for sure give up a few.
Yeah.
Cabrera's like, that's what I was saying at the beginning of the game. I took the team total just because Cabrera can be good at times. It's just his walks. But that bullpen's horrible.
Your Tigers? Where are the Tigers in the standings? Yeah, I mean,
my Tigers going, no, they're not.
They're 12 games back, bro. You're in trouble, man.
That's like Jose earlier in the season saying the A's were going to be fighting for a playoff spot. I'm like, are you serious? I couldn't believe you said that on Jimmy's show. I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, he's silly. Yeah, looking at the Guardians are going to win that division's trash. Absolute trash.
Them in the NL Central. Yep. Those are just like two. Those are whoever wins that division is losing first round of the playoffs either way.
Well, I'll tell you this right. Actually, the Twins. What is it? How many teams go? How many play? Is it 6?
3 wild cards from each. Yeah, 3
Yeah.
wild cards I think from each.
So it's 3. So it's 3 and 3. So it would be the Twins would make it in. It'd be the Yankees, the Twins, and the Red Sox. I think the Red Sox have a swinging chance.
The Twins are in the wild card right now.
Yeah.
Wow, if that division really gets 2 teams in the playoff, that's crazy.
Yeah. And
I
then
don't think that'll last. I think somebody's gonna come up and take their spot. I don't think Minnesota.
The National League's kind of wide open. I mean, there are so many teams around 500. There's the Phillies at the top, then there's the Braves and the Brewers and the Dodgers, but there's the Mets are 516, the Cardinals are 521, the Pirates are 500, the Diamondbacks are 510, the Padres are 505.
I seen that, yeah. Everybody's 3 games. Like even the Cubs are still alive somehow.
Yeah, so the wild card, the last 2 teams in the wild card are going to be, if this keeps up, are going to be exciting. Wild card, we 7 back. Yeah, well, I'll lay. I don't know. I'll lay 2-1 if you don't make the playoffs.
7 games back at the wild card.
I'll lay 5-1. That's more than you're going to get on a book. What are someone in the chat? Find someone in the chat. And this is what I'll do. I'll give you guys three free days of premium plays for the first person that finds this. What are the odds of the Tigers to make what odds and what book to make the playoffs? If you can find it, first person to find it, I'll give 3 days of primos to.
It's probably I don't know what book it's on them, but the price would probably be fucking astronomical.
Yeah,
at least 12-1.
You think so? I thought it wouldn't be worse than 5-1. I think it's around 5-1. I bet.
What are they? Well, you said 7 games from the wild card.
It might be more. Someone find it for us.
It's probably 10-1 at least, I'd say.
Okay.
I'm just guessing, but they can't even go on a winning streak. Like, can you trust the Tigers to go win 3 or 4 games in a row? Like, I don't know if they've done that all year. It's like they win 1, lose 1, or like they might win 2, then lose 2 right back.
Ramon, I'm with you. I think the old heads win.
I'm going with Team USA. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think the old heads win for sure.
6.5, I lean to them, but it's going to be close.
Hey.
It's going to be close with that spread.
Cam, guess what? We talked about old heads, and this guy's got one, and he's here. And we haven't done this for a long time, so we're gonna do it.
I'm definitely an old head. Definitely an old guy.
Good to see you.
What's going on?
What, you go to church?
No, I was just video day, so I got the nice
got
collar
the
shirt
polo
on
on.
today. I try to do the polos, make it a little more professional. Like I'm not sitting here in a pair of gym shorts, you know.
It's all right.
With
Good to see you.
Do I have a tank top laying around somewhere? I just take this off. Usually, actually, after I do the videos, I just take the shirt off and let my fat hang out.
Wow. I guess they're right on the dot. They're 10,
You did
20.
perfect. Truth. Go shoot me a DM on Twitter. I'll send you the plays.
Well, I said 1,200 at first. The Tigers aren't making the playoffs.
Throw that ticket in the garbage. The Truth Tigers, forget it.
Yeah.
What we're saying right now-
I get my over-win ticket for them.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
No. Old E, Justin, Ramon, look at the crew.
Yankees 4-0. Go figure. Try to take a shot. Try to take a big shot the first game back. And
I took Tampa myself, 145. Yeah. I got 145, 160, 150.
Well, I tell you what, that way
it's
that
early.
bullpen's been pitching.
I had first 5, so I'm dead. But
the Yankees blow that game still. They've been finding ways to lose.
Yeah. Well, we took a little plus money spot. Like I said this on the show, and I'm going to back off it. All the people that are going to try to get big plus money winners, that doesn't happen in the. Let me help you guys. Help you. People say, "Oh, how do you bet baseball?" Number one, if you had to second half, there's probably 2 things. One is overs. Okay, that's like saying Colorado's an over. Look towards the overs, right? Yep. Okay, that's one. Number 2 is bet on more favorites. You're going to lay more juice. The books have them right. The people, for instance, Blake Snell, probably a good pitcher, horrible first half, good second half. People get in a groove. It's halfway through the season. You're either going to be shitty or you're not. The teams that were supposed to be good, keep an eye out for them. That's why I do the whole run differential thing with the 500 teams. But Dave went against first game of the fucking second half. Dave went against it. He bet on a big dog. Don't do that, guys.
Listen, I'm either going to have a good day or get crushed today, right? Because I took dogs. I had the Cubs. They were a dog earlier today.
I had the
Tampa
Cubs
Bay.
too.
Again, I went, Justin Steele, you're going to give me Steele versus a questionable guy. I'll take a shot at, plus 105 even money.
Yep.
I took Tampa Bay because the Yanks have been sputtering for the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
I'll take a 150. No problem. I took Cleveland on a run line because I don't want to lay 160. I got under Texas 8.5 just because they can't hit. They are 53-39 to the under. I took Kansas City run line because I don't like flexing. Although Kansas City has not been good. They've had a rough run. Colorado, I got a plus 147 on them last night. Houston plus 114 and under Houston 7.5. Like you said, though, I'm with you, Dave. Second half comes. This is the time. I could easily have an 0-7 day today. And then it's like, you know what? Here's the time. The cream rises to the top. Teams coming out of the break. Are they still going to be flat? Are guys like, I'm getting traded, whatever, get me out of here for the next 2 weeks? I totally agree. I was saying this today on my show. It's tricky time. You don't want to be running like the week before the All-Star break. Guys are like, we got vacation coming up. Other guys are like, am I getting traded? Other teams are like, I need a reprieve. We got to get a little rest for a second half push. Take it easy these next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm like one. I'm as much as I'm a dog guy. It's time. You got to flip the switch sometimes. And now maybe it's the 19th that gets me, and I take a beating a little bit. But tomorrow, again, I'll be on Tampa all weekend against the Yankees. Absolutely, no, Dave. I'll take them all weekend. I don't think the Yankees are a good team. So.
We had a lot of the same primos. I had the Cubs because of Steele versus fucking. I leaned too much on pitching. Well, granted, here's the deal. That's all you can do. You don't know how the bats. Pitching seems to translate over time. It travels better. Hitting is different. I don't know where these bats are going to be. So a lot of my cap last night was pitching, and that was fading Cole and on Steele. But I should really you should be taking the minus 140s now. You should be laying the run lines with favorites to get the juice down. It's favorite time, second half. It always is, unless you find the team that makes a run, like the Mariners did in 1996, or 13 games back or whatever, and tied to the Angels. Remember that fucking deal? Yeah. Ken Griffey at the plate and all that. I wasn't betting then. I was 11 or 12, but.
Isn't that what the Mets did a couple years ago? They had a big lead and they blew it. The Braves chased them down or something. It was something crazy like that.
96, 95 or 96. It was the Angels had like a 12-game lead going into September or something. And the Mariners got it to a 1-game playoff and won.
Was that when Vladimir Guerrero was on the Angels?
No, it was before that.
On that team?
That team was
Vladimir
Davis, Gary
Troy
DiSarcina. No, before then. Yeah, before then. Phillips.
Tim Salmon had anything? No.
Tim Salmon was on the team. He was young. Tim Salmon was only 2 years in.
Garrett Anderson was on that team.
Garrett Anderson, Gary DiSarcina.
Guys before my time. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Gary DiSarcina.
Yeah, you remember him?
He had to be like 38 at that time.
No, he was actually younger. He was in his middle of his career.
Was he?
Troy Percival.
Oh no, I know him from the video game.
Yeah, he was a good closer.
Yeah. He'd drink a pot of coffee before he'd go out, and he'd be so fucking amped up, like coked out, and he'd be like twitching. You'd see him like twitching like a dog. Yeah. Yep, that was then.
Hold on a second.
Wait, I thought his name was Glaus. Last name was Glaus.
No,
that couldn't have been.
There's a different guy.
That wasn't in the 90s. That had to be in the 2000s. This team.
The team I'm talking about was in 95 or 96. Troy Gloss was in 2002 when they won.
95, they were in second place, 78 and 67.
Look it up. They collapsed. Angels Oh God damn it!
Yeah, I'm on the Angels. So yeah, this is probably 80. Yeah, so 95 they were second place.
On August 16th, they held a 10.5 game lead. It was in 1995, 10.5 game lead.
It's got to be a 95 team. 78, 67, finished in second place. JT Snow, 100 ribbies.
Yep, JT Snow.
Tony Phillips, there he is. Yeah, there's Gary
Lee Smith, Rex Hudler. Remember, Rex Hudler used to be the guy. He was he was a utility player. He was the commentator for the Angels on TV for so long.
Rex Hudler. Chili Davis, 20,
Chili Davis.
6, 318 batting average. Salmon, 34, 105, 330. Jim
Was
Edmonds,
Tony Phillips on that team?
Tony Phillips, 27 homers, 61 ribbies, batted 261. 113 walks, 135 strikeouts. Tony Phillips.
Tony Phillips, his batting stance, he crouched down and he stuck his legs straight out. It was the weirdest fucking batting stance ever.
3 guys with 100 RBIs. Snow, Edmonds, Salmon.
Jim Edmonds was on that team before the Cardinals. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck Finley, our guy Sam Axe.
Mark Langston.
15 and 7, Mark Langston. Sean Bosky, Brian Anderson, and Jim Abbott.
Jim Abbott. Nubs. Nubs.
Yeah, what a team.
Yep. The good old day. The California Angels.
Yes, the CA hats.
Yeah.
Cole's got 6 now. He just struck out back to back.
You had the right bet in that game, dude.
Not yet. I mean, I still need 2 strikeouts. That's not easy.
7-1 in the Reds Nationals game. We just need one more run for that over.
Yep. Oh, I'm shocked the Nationals are winning. Everybody's like, I got to take the Reds. It's Patrick Corbin Day. Okay, folks.
No. I'm high on the Reds second half, and I didn't take them today. I took the over. But you know who I'm not high on? We're talking about. Let's bash them some more. Fuck the Mets. That's all I got to say. I'm on the over, and they're going to fuck it up. Watch.
I grabbed today in the show, people were like taking the Mets. I said, why don't we just do a Nats Marlins $50 parlay to crack out about $1.60? And sure enough, they're both winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took the team total. It was 3.5 against Sean Manaea. I'm going to take that every day.
Orioles scored. They're up 2-0.
My under's in trouble.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
The Marlins might get the over themselves. They got runners on first and second.
Yeah, I hope that happens. I hope they win 11-0.
Yeah, I grabbed the over today in the show. I was like, let's take a little over 8 here. You figure the Mets will score a little bit, and the Marlins are going to score a little bit.
They will. They'll get a couple off that Marlins bullpen.
Nathan's already counting. He's trying to tell me. I told you the Yankee. Yeah, tell me listen. Don't. Nate's in here jinxing the Yankee bets already, saying I told you so in the 4th inning. That's like a Mr. Number special coming in. Look at this. The game's over. It's the 3rd inning. Count my money.
Nate told me I lost my Pirates bet when they were down 3-0 in the top of the first.
Well,
they didn't even get the bat yet, and they said I lost my bet.
Yeah, you can't do that. They can't.
I mean, game's probably over now. The Phillies have the bases loaded, no outs, but
I'll tell you, double play at 7-4, and you're still alive.
Yeah. But 3-0 in the first, you can never say it's over. It's baseball.
Yep. We got Summer League. Who wants to bet Summer League? I
bet it. I bet it.
It's not even like preseason. What is Summer League? Just a bunch of rookies running around?
No. They got like Jaime Jaquez, who's a 6-man on the Heat. He's like a star
from UCLA.
Yeah, he's on the Heat, but
he's the best player for sure in Summer
by
League.
far. Yeah.
Freddie Steakburger.
If you know the college guys, though, I mean, I bet a lot of college basketball, so I know almost every player out there. But it is tough to cap, though. I like betting the overs. I like the overs a little bit.
And they're all in the same area. 172 to 177 is like where they're all set. And it's 10-minute quarters. If you didn't know, it's FIBA rules, not NBA rules. Well, that would fuck you up. I've been known late at night when I used to drink a lot to bet Mexican League baseball and not know that some of the midweek games are 7 innings, not 9, and look at it and be like, the score is 7-7, and the total's 16.5, and it's the 5th inning, and you're like, holy fuck, I'm taking it. I've taken it. That's basically saying they're going to score 2 runs. Yeah.
There's no phantom runner on base in the Mexican League.
Yeah. Or when you start betting and realize the Japanese games end after 12 innings.
No. People are like, oh, you don't do KBO? No, don't know KBO just for stuff like this.
KBO is
And
runs. If you watch KBO, the pitching in KBO is so bad.
No.
I saw 3 grand slams the other night. It was fucking stupid. They're so Korean baseball. The pitching is so bad, and they have cheerleaders.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
And
Yeah.
then the other league is like the complete opposite. The MPB is just
It's like no
good
runs.
pitching and you can't hit.
It's all pitching. It's all good pitchers.
It's the
Like,
weirdest thing.
yeah. The summer league, the two teams again. I've been betting the Clippers and the Heat. Those are the 2 best teams in the summer league. I mean,
All right.
Evaldi, something's wrong with Evaldi. He's not. I don't know what's wrong with him. I mean, his ERA is still all right, but he just don't look the same.
Orioles up 4-0. Yeah, your bet's dead.
I know. Could just end 4-0.
Top of the first. Top of the first. Oh my
According to
god.
some people, yep, your bet's done.
Who's that? Another homer? Colin Kazner goes yard?
I didn't even look. I just looked at the scoreboard and I felt
Gotta
bad
be
for
a
you.
home run.
I didn't even see the homer. I was saying Evaldi doesn't look right when it was 2-0. I didn't even see the homer pop up. Damn.
Yeah, Aldi hit home. Well, all right. Well, shut him down. Burnsy, let's go. 6-1 winner.
That price looked very cheap on Burns today. That looks.
This is
What
why I
you
like
did?
to just say, bet it, forget it. Now come in on like a live show and then be like, then you get
And then
antsy.
Dave gives you an invite.
Because then you get kind of like, oh, should I jump in here and do something? You can't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, I do. I gave out 3. I gave out 3 bets on the show that I wasn't gonna bet unless I did the show. So how do you like them apples?
Ugh.
That's what we.
Hey, man, where are you at? This is a new setup for you. I didn't see you in this setup over here in the kitchen.
Waka
Are you in
don't
the,
play.
are you in the butler's pantry over there, Dave? He's frozen. Oh my goodness.
No, I'm in the. I'm literally. Hold on.
There.
Am I back?
You're back. You're back.
Yeah, I'm literally. I'm 1 foot away. I just switched angles at the table. I'm testing out lighting differences. I like this lighting a lot better.
Yeah, I switched my thing up a little bit. I was like, it's time to get a new computer. It's getting a little old. I'm like, all right. So I ended up getting a desktop with my son, but now we hooked up a new camera, and now it's like craziness.
It looks.
Well, I don't have
it
sound.
does look different a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's a. I've had this camera in the garage for like the last couple of years because it didn't work on my all-in-one. It didn't really take good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let me bust it out here. It's a 2K high def, which is good, but I can't get the speakers to work on the monitor because I don't know why. Maybe because the whatever reason. I guess we have a sound card or whatever the hell's going on inside the hard drive here. It's just some super gaming computer. I got back to the headset. I don't like it. I got a mic and a headset. I'm like, what is this about? Just wanted the mic.
Changes.
I don't like changes. We fear change. It's like Wayne's World. I feel like this. Remember, we fear change. He starts breaking the thing.
I don't remember that.
Yes, there's a scene in it.
I haven't seen it for a while. I know.
Dana Carvey. Look it up. We fear change. And he takes a hammer and starts destroying something.
Do we have the swing still here?
Swing. Yes, somehow swing.
We got $5,000.
Swing.
Do we have swing? No, I think I took swing out. Oh no, it's here.
Living on your own definitely has its perks. Swing, because your mom doesn't tell you to turn down the stereo and junk like that, which is a real drag. Swing,
Takes a lot longer than that.
I do that at the supermarket when people just walk by me.
Swing. Oh, that's funny.
I'd love to see Vladdy and Bichette get traded, along with Gausman, Barrios.
There goes the Mets. McNeil has now robbed a homer and hit a homer.
A 4-1
Yep.
or 4-2. What is it?
4-1.
I think-
just a solo, but
I think
he robbed
Toronto
a homer.
should unload everybody. The truth.
Agreed. Dump them.
You'll be back in it in 2 years. You'll get a lot of. I mean, Vladdy, Bichette, Gausman, even Barrios. You're going to get good prospects back.
That's what I said about the Mets. They should have traded Alonso.
George Springer, Varsho. Who's the catcher they got up there?
Kirk.
I don't know. Kirk.
Name the artist.
Time may
Change
change,
me, but I can't trace time or change time. Trace or change time.
That's the
Anyway,
Stones.
No.
Oh, David Bowie.
Yep. Good one.
Yeah, I was.
You're thinking of Time
Yeah.
is on my side.
It's David Bowie.
Yeah, that's the Stones. Yeah.
I like Fashion. Doo-doo.
Okay, what is his best era? People, everyone likes Ziggy Stardust. What about Aladdin Sane? Remember that, the one with the lightning bolt across his face and the
I don't think I owned a Bowie album
really.
or a tape cassette. I think I just heard him on the radio back in the early 80s. Like, by the time I was buying tapes, I was, mid 80s, right? 90s. I remember by the time 88 and 89, I'm going into high school, I was buying like big 12-inch. I remember having like Public Enemy 12-inch, X-Clan, really, yeah. Like I remember I had Kool Moe Dee on tape. Obviously you had like Beastie Boys, Ice to Ill. Hey, who's that FaceTime call? Hey, Coogie.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on mute. Make sure you put it on mute, sicko. You don't want no boobs rolling out on the screen.
I think he's on his phone, and when you're on your phone, when you switch out of StreamYard, it freezes you and mutes you. So, anyways, yeah, we are here. Rushia, what's up, guys? We are here. This is officially the dog days of summer, the doldrums. In fact, fucking the terrorists wasn't the terrorists, it was Microsoft, which now they're terrorists. I was one of the blue screeners. I got one of the yep. I was one of the ones where the virus deal, CrowdStrike, is supposed to stop your computer from. There he goes. Stop your computer from getting infected by viruses, but it's backwards. Now there's no virus, and it's not letting me get on my computer. And I talked to a place down the street called Computer Nerds, where I take my laptop, and they said the only fix is to wait for them to give you another update. So I'm on a different laptop.
I was worried because I saw it this morning, and of course I like slept in. I'm like, all right, I don't got to do a show till 9:30. Let me lay in a little bit. I get up and I jump on Twitter first thing to see the news. I see like airports down and Microsoft. I'm like, great. I just get a new computer 2 days ago. It's got all these new updates. I'm going to be on this piece of crap, and it's going to not work for me today. I don't ever do updates on my systems.
Yeah, I have them. So what I did was I don't
even have antivirus on my thing.
Oh, I do. I have two laptops. I have one that's newer that I
degenerate. I mean, I'm just going to sports betting sites.
Yeah. Anyway,
I guess I could get them. Like
BSOD. I've seen that all day today. Fucking what a mess.
Kansas City. Bobby Witt. Homers.
Let's go. Royals run line. I had a
Me too.
I didn't have the Witt Ribby prop. I did Ribby props today, midday money. I had Vinny P plus 140, Massey plus 180, Garcia 210, and Renfro 165.
Yeah. Witt was probably way too juiced, wasn't he? He's probably like
no, it's like minus like 105 or plus. No, I don't put those out.
Yeah, it's not
I'm looking.
It.
I always try to do 125, 130 or more when I put them out.
Yeah.
You don't need to come on a show and have somebody tell you to take a minus 100 or minus 185. You don't need a Yanks 5-0. I'm guessing I'm going to mark my Rays as a loser now. 5-0.
Yeah, it's done.
That's a loser for me. That's okay. We'll be all right.
It's
one game,
man. Clay Holmes.
Need the Reds to wake up a little bit, just a little bit.
7-1. You're gonna get this over. This should be all right here.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the garbage run because
7-4. Only gave up 1. Right,
yeah, I told you could get out of that one.
Yeah, kept it close.
Snorting.
I knew Nola would give up 4+, but
you going out to Vegas for Bet Bash, Dave? Come out to Vegas.
No, not Bet Bash. I'm going to Vegas in September. Well, I live 2 hours from Vegas, but I'm staying in Vegas. This is the thing. Bet Bash is something I want to go to, but I'm going to spend a lot of money, and really all of the connections that I make when I come home, it's not going to be worth it. I don't think it's not worth it.
So it was cool. I met some people. I made a pretty good connect. It was nice. Like this year I was going to go and I had to switch up. I just canceled. I'm going to go out. Usually I go from like Sunday to like Wednesday. We usually go to Vegas for the contest.
Yeah.
Well, last year I went like Monday, Saturday. I can't do Monday, Saturday. I'm not a partier. That's way too long for a normal person to be somewhere, and not live there. Like if I had a house off the strip, it'd be one thing. So I'm going out Friday, Sunday. I'm going to see Sebastian Maniscalco Thursday night with the family.
What are the dates there?
it starts Tuesday, whatever that is, the
Yeah.
5th or 6th.
I might come out. You know what I'm probably going to do is I'll probably come out. Maybe you might be busy, but maybe we can go get a meal or hang out or whatever. I'll come out and do that because I can do a day trip and go.
I was
and
gonna
come
say,
back.
listen, I always get two beds, so I got double queens. If you want to come up, I'll be there for the weekend.
Well, I will. I'm not going to come out for Bet Bash. This is what all the Bet Bash stuff is a lot of money. It's like $1,000. It's money that you're a professional gambler, so you can write it off. I'm not. I don't do taxes. I am a professional gambler, but I have another job, so all of my taxes I don't write off my stuff. But Bet Bash is cool, and I want to go. It's just you spend a lot of money, and you're more established, and people that are higher up. I'm still getting there, so. The money that I would fork out the juice ain't worth the squeeze, but I will come to Vegas to hang out. I'll do that.
So I just basically I was like, all right, I was really going to be like, you know what, whatever. I'll swallow the 1,000 for the ticket and just not go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I want to go out. I want to hit the legacy. That's the connections and it's cool. They have like the panels and stuff. And I know some of those guys, so it's cool. Like talk to them a little bit.
Yeah.
But the Hall of Fame dinner is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because that's even stuff like way above me. Like you just hear interesting stories. I kind of like that stuff.
I want to go see all the big names.
Yeah.
But it's it's just too much money. Like I wanted to go back when I was spending. I didn't do Circa last year. I'm not sure I'm going to do it this year. There's a lot of things money pits in this industry.
And even listen, that one you go in that contest and 60% doesn't get you money.
Yeah.
Like it's stuff. I like this year. I was like, maybe I'll go back to the Westgate or Hilton, whatever it's called. I don't even know is it Hilton? Westgate now. And
not the Hilton anymore. That was back in the Elvis Presley days, bro.
I still have like Hilton shirts hanging on my thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll maybe do that one because it's less people and maybe not as many sharps, and I could be in the money in that one. I don't know. Like the Nugget has one. I like the Legacy Club. Like that's for the price you get the Hall of Fame dinner is what it is. But just to go to Legacy Club up afterwards. And again, I'm not even a drinker, so it's not like I'm getting $1,000 worth of booze. Like that's not it for me. It's just going there is pretty cool because that's not something I would do. My wife doesn't like Vegas. I love for her to come and.
So we'll talk backstage because I want to get to some comments in the chat. But one thing, is your family coming or are you going alone?
I'm going solo because the kids start school on Monday. That's why I was like, oh, shit.
Okay. All right. I am not in Laughlin. I'm across the river. I'm in Arizona. I'm very close to Laughlin. I am very close to casinos. I never go there, and I've been over that. Poker games suck. The blackjack rules, the only one kicks me out, and the sports bets the books are all Will Hill now, which is the worst. Caesars is the worst ever. It's horrible.
I just got to think from it like you've been dormant because I haven't used my
because your book sucks. It's the worst. Over. Cam put me on that. That's one of the bets we took. Again, these are the 3 bets we added. We were on the Astros, and Sean's on the Astros. So now it's a panel bet. The Dodgers, Red Sox over, and then I took the over also in the Rockies-Giants game. Very, very square-ass bet. I'm usually taking the first game of a series in Colorado under, but I'm going to figure that they've been there for 2 days at least to get used to stuff. I would hope that an MLB team wouldn't make their guys come the day before, when they can have a couple days.
Neither of them teams had any all-stars, probably one each for each team.
Yeah. I mean, even so, that was on Tuesday.
Yeah. Listen, even with an extra day off, the Giants should have ride Thursday and have a whole day there under their belts. It's not like flying in the night of.
Yep.
You should be there early. Even if you get there at 4:00, you're there at a normal time. It's not like getting in at late at night or something. I agree.
First 5 money line was Sears. Yeah, we talked about that.
Run line. Take Oakland run line a plus 170.
Somebody, I think it was Old E, was fading Sears. He took all fade Sears props, all 3 of them, parlayed them.
Mets up 2 runs. Not up 2 runs. They got 2 runs. 4-2.
Yeah, 2 on, 2 out.
2 on, 2 out. Nothing else has changed much in any of the other games except for the Yankees are up 5-0.
2 errors. They hurt.
Yeah.
Is that how they scored? Did they score unearned runs?
I just hopped on that over with you, Dave, in that Colorado game. I got
Sweet.
10.
Nope.
10, yeah.
Earned runs.
Juice.
We will talk about Aussie rules football and rugby in about 45 minutes. When Dan comes on, I want to run something by. There are 3 games in each, and I have at least 3 plays, I think. I have 1 play for sure that's already already on the books. We will talk about that if people are interested. I'm going to try to get Americans interested in that if it kills me. Here's the deal. It's football with no pads, and it's simple. They don't run plays. Rugby union's different than rugby league. They line up in lines like the Civil War, and they shoot at each. Basically, that's what it is. They run at each other. Cam's seen it. They run up in a line, and they toss and they run at each other. And AFL is like soccer and football, but free for all. It's a big circle. The field's a circle. It's not even square. And they run around all over the place, kicking the ball and tackling each other. It's amazing. If you like rough sports, the only thing is they're dressed like a bunch of fruitcakes. They've got soccer uniforms with their sleeves cut off. They've got cut off sleeves, bro.
A kid on my son's football team last year, he was a senior this year now. He graduated. He plays professional rugby down here on the Houston team.
When I get my play shot down.
So rugby that we know rugby when we know rugby is rugby union. That is the scrums where they're pushing the piles and the ball pops out the back, and you see the guys getting thrown up in the air by other guys. Those are like set plays. Rugby league is more rough and tumble. It's just guys running at each other. There's like no play. It's fucking the best. Yeah. Union and league. Ramon knows. Ramon's plays do get shot down by Dan. Dan thinks he knows everything because he's from the country that the actual sport's played in.
He'll tell him your play, and he'll be like, "No," and just go on.
Dan, the man. He'll be on here shortly. Yeah.
You been diving into looking at any NFL or college football stuff at all? I like to do that during the break. It's like, a good time to open up some books and look at some stuff. Especially, it's just so much change. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I've looked at a couple things. We could talk about that for a second. So I've looked at. First of all, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen in the Big Ten? But I will say USC
the Big 19,
Big 18. Yeah. There's 18 teams, I think. USC will be lucky to win 8 games. We'll be lucky to win 8 games. Lucky. The LSU is their first game in fucking Death Valley. Get the fuck out of here. They're gonna get smoked. But you know what teams might win all their games? Cupcake. You guys guess. Big school.
Ohio State.
No, cupcake of cupcake schedules. Go look at it. Their toughest game is the first game of the season away. They might lose that one. They might win the rest of them.
Michigan?
Nope.
A Big Ten team?
Nope. What?
I thought you were talking about Big Ten.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Georgia?
No.
Can't be Georgia. I don't even know where we're going.
Alabama?
No.
Texas? No, it can't be Texas. They played Michigan.
No. Let me give you a hint without giving it away.
What conference?
There's a famous movie about a player that went there.
Marshall?
No. Marshall. Might win all their get out of here.
Notre Dame?
Yes, Notre Dame. Rudy.
That's
Notre
fail.
Dame's schedule is so easy.
ACC?
Are they independent still, or are they ACC? I think for football they're independent still.
They're independents.
For football.
They're independent still?
Not for basketball, but basketball I think they are in the ACC. I think
they're ACC for
At
basketball.
A&M.
Yep, that's the only one they can lose. Look at the rest of them.
Northern
Look at the next
Illinois.
one.
At Purdue. Miami, Ohio. Home Louisville. Home Stanford. At
Army.
Georgia Tech. Home versus Navy, or that's a neutral. Home Florida State. Home Virginia. Army. At USC.
Yeah, and their SC is a question mark. But Northern Illinois, Miami of Ohio, fucking Army, they're gonna kill
Army,
them.
Navy, Virginia. I mean, Florida State.
That's a tough one.
There's 8 teams in the playoffs, right, this year?
12.
12?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
joke.
it is a joke.
Wow. I thought it was going to be 8. 12? That's a bit much.
I'm for going back. Go back to AP polls. No playoff AP polls.
Where's the BCS? Bring back the BCS.
Bring back the BCS in their equation. Let's go.
BCS, Miami, Florida beats the 1 and 2 teams that don't make it into the championship game. Oh man.
Oh boy. Yep, but that's it. That's about all my college. I haven't laid any bets.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into football. I'm
The
not
fir-
a big
actually,
football
Miami of Ohio plays Northwestern the first game. I'm thinking under for that game. I haven't even looked at the total, but
I took Georgia Tech plus 13.5 week 0.
who do they play again?
Florida State. It's in England or Ireland or wherever they're playing.
Okay, another under probably.
I'm not a big football guy. I'm about to start getting into the college basketball and stuff here soon, though.
Marlins score. It's 5-2. Yeah, yeah. You're not. I thought you were a football guy. You don't do football at all.
No, I bet more. I bet I'm not a big NFL guy, but I bet a lot of college football. But I'm really college basketball is probably like my favorite.
Where you at, Cougs?
Huh?
Where you out of?
Illinois. I'm about like 2 hours, hour and a half away from Chicago.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know where you were from, but I'm always interested to know where people are from. But you gave away something that's near you, and you probably know exactly what it is, and you gave the name of it. So I was always interested because you're like, oh no, I'm far away from Illinois. I'm not trying to dox you, but I know where you're from now, and it makes sense. I was like, where is this guy from? He's describing it. Now I know. So anyway.
Yeah, it's called the Quad Cities. There's like it's like 4 cities.
I know. Okay, well, since you said it, then you named the casino that was near you, and I'm like, oh, I actually knew where that was.
Yeah.
Quad City DJs, come on, ride the train. Come on, ride the train. No,
you're up by the board.
Cougs has no idea what that is. His cat's even looking at me like, what's this guy talking about?
I'm interested when I'm talking to you guys. I'm thinking about where you are. Like, I'm thinking about you. No, I'm thinking about where you live, and like I'm talking to someone in this state or here or there.
Yeah.
The one that trips me out is Barney. Where Barney lives is like, I don't know anyone from where he lives. He basically lives in Canada,
Really?
but not like Buffalo. I know people from Buffalo that live near the Canadian border. He lives near the Canadian border, like on the other side of New York. It's like he lives in a weird fucking place. Then he's trying to tell me that no, I'm not going to get into it. When he gets on here, I have a story to tell about Barney. Fucking Barney's hilarious.
So he's over on like the main side of.
He's like up near Syracuse, but north.
Like, north of Syracuse.
Yeah, he's on the fucking river that borders Canada and New York.
My brother's like on one of the. I think he's on like Lake Ontario. He's on some lake up there.
He's not on the lake. He's on the other. He's east of the lakes. It's.
Yeah, my brother's up there. His ex-wife is some wacky.
Hippie.
Totally out in the sticks area, like his neighbor had like a gun range on his property.
I don't know. You can find people. I put it this way. You can find anything nowadays. I didn't know Teese's real name. I found his real name and I found out that he had passed and no one gave me any information. It's there's easy ways to find people. And so that's why I tell people my address. Like a fucking nutcase that said he wanted to the Voldemort, the retard that should not be named. I gave him my address. I said, "Come here, and if you come here, there will be a shotgun barrel in your mouth." Actually, I won't even get there. You'll just be dead by the time you, because there are no stand your ground. What do they call it? Stand your castle law or whatever. What's the law?
Castle doctrine.
They don't have that in Arizona, but you know what they do have? People shoot people all the time in this state, and they never get tried. This is the Wild West. This is Tombstone, motherfucker. This is Wyatt Earp. So come here, please. We can have fully out. Well, you can't technically have fully out. We have concealed carry here, and you don't need a license. So I'm not trying to be tough. I'm just saying, don't threaten me. Don't threaten me. Come on my show and threaten me. Too nice of a guy. Invite everyone on here, and then you fucking want to be a psychopath. Don't do it.
I'm the same way. Come on over. I keep.
That's what I'm saying.
I keep like this in my.
You're gonna threaten me that. Yeah, you're gonna threaten me that you're gonna come here. Come here. See what happens. I invite everyone. I invite everyone to come over. You can have a drink. I live in a nice place. I have an extra bedroom. You want to come over? Come over. You're either gonna hang out or I'm gonna shoot you. It's one of the two. How about that?
Come on, Rangers scored to run 4-1 here in a second. Come on, guys. It's 1-2-3 to
Miami scored
5-2.
We got it then? No, we tied it. No, we got it. No, we tied it.
It's 5-2. So no.
Push it.
What's that total? It's 8 in Miami, isn't it?
Yeah. We have smoke. You don't need a concealed carry here, but you can get one, and you can go to Vegas and there you can take a course and you can get concealed carry in like 20 states. It's good for like 20 states. But the one state that's impossible to get is California, and they do it by county. They only give a certain amount per county. So I know people that go and move to like the podunky places in California to get concealed carry, because once you get it in a county, you can. And that's the thing. I don't conceal carry. I don't need to. Mostly my diatribe is someone saying they're going to come to my house threatening me. So that's a whole thing. But there are states you don't want to fuck with people because there's no recourse. And
we have
Arizona.
So like the people post a lot in like my little neighborhood Facebook group, or whatever, and they're like, you people come here from California, you got your kids, like kids come up and like walk in people's houses and like go into people's yards. You're like, people are like, I'm going to shoot your child. You don't do that down here. Like you don't walk into people's houses and backyards in Texas.
Yeah. And
like,
yeah, but people are also entitled in California too. You'd be surprised. Like in California, people show up to people's houses, and so that would never happen. Other states, they would get shot. That Sky, that's very close to me. That is 45 minutes south. Ronnie Lofton lives in Havasu, which I've never hung out with him. I don't know why, but he's from Havasu.
Yeah, did you saw that, Ramon? The guy came out with a gun in his truck. I saw that on Twitter. Did you see this, Dave?
No, I'm gonna.
He got out of his car. He had his gun like next to him, and he approached the truck. And the guy he didn't raise it. He just had it like next to him, like coming over the guy. And the guy in the truck shot him in the head.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is why you don't mess with people. You have respect for people. Both these stories happened in my town. Not when I was living here. One when I was living here. One wasn't. The one when I was living here is. There's this guy that was flipping someone off on a bike and a car, and the young guy was on a motorcycle, and the motorcycle guy was obviously being the asshole, as you would figure. If there's a car and there's an altercation between a car and not rice rocket, but a crotch rocket motorbike, who do you think's usually the guy to blame? The obnoxious guy on the motorbike, and he followed a guy into a Lowe's parking lot and got in his face. The old guy in the truck just got out and shot him, and guess what? Didn't get convicted. Don't be an asshole is the moral of the story. The other one is a guy got held up with a knife. Two guys held a old guy up in a knife in a liquor store. Guy shot both of them. Boom, boom. Sight unseen. Didn't get tried. Nothing happened to him.
Call the police, but not.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. That's all I'm saying. Don't be an asshole. Don't hold people up with knives.
Yeah. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah. Ross Benjamin is Ross. Are we talking about him?
Make a guest appearance. We took on Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, there you go.
Ross, when we were doing a show with Jesse, like me and Jesse would just talk about like flat Earth, like moon landing or some conspiracy, and he would just lose his mind.
Yeah,
he would just lose his mind for that stuff. Like just no sense.
I don't know him that well, but he's funny when I watched him. And by the way, he does look like Harvey Keitel's.
Yes, he looks like Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, he looks like his brother.
Yeah, no more with those guys. They went over to Wager Talking with Jesse. So I don't do the show with them anymore. But yeah, it was a fun show. Ross is funny. He's definitely like out of the crew. He had no sense of humor for that kind of stuff. Texas, they fry people. Yeah, they do. They don't play games down here.
No. Anyway, let's look at this. Let's look at this board right now.
Yes, I do, Dale. That's how I roll. Always.
Only 1-1 for the Reds. Tigers, it's 3-2 in that game. Starting to score some runs. I thought
Where's
the
that
Mets
game?
had another one. It's 5-2. I'm looking at for the Mets.
Yeah, Berger hit a homer for Miami.
Oh, but that had already happened. Yeah, we had already talked about it.
Well, you got a guy on second with one out. Maybe they knock him in here. Get you that over. Would you get 7.5 on that total?
No, I got 8. I thought it was at 8. I thought someone said
I got 8.
Waka got out of another jam. Double play again.
We'll take it. I need to roll start scoring runs here for my run line and my Ribby props.
Yeah, I got the run line too. We'll be good.
every time I see that picture, Nardi, his name, I think of Nards. Did you guys ever call his nuts Nards? It's a thing
I've heard it before. Yeah.
Some
Kick him in the nards?
Yeah, some people do, yeah.
Yeah.
Heard that.
It's a funny word for nuts. That, you know, people say nads, but nards is kind of funny.
Either ones could go with it.
Yeah.
It's like calling a creek a crick. You ever get that?
I'm
Down in the creek.
I come
You
from a
call-
long line of hunters. All the people we hang out with call them cricks.
Cricks. That
Yeah.
exactly. My buddy, I'll just say his first name. I'm not gonna say his whole name. Kid I grew up with. he always called it a crick because he'd go to PA with his dad. He was a hunter with his old man. Like people were like,
Yeah.
crick? What are you talking about, crick? It's a creek. No, man, it's a crick. It's
The
a
other
hunter
one
creek.
is when they talk about a wash, a wash.
A wash. They
say
throw the
wash.
R in there. What's that? Like a little
put wash.
Italian, like New Yorker, like a potato. You got
So a wash is in an arid area where like
a gorilla.
a river used to gorilla.
Francesa, gorilla.
I was who? Yeah, but that's more of a New Yorker thing. But wash is like an Okie, Texas thing. It's not an East Coast thing. It's like a Midwest thing.
I got to try that on the folks down here. To the locals.
You
Kind of
said,
like when I bust out, like when I talk like to my kids, we're gonna be busting tonight because this thing is fire. They don't like
Bussin' is the dumbest word ever. That and cap makes no sense. I don't get it. But
smoke and mirrors.
we used to simulcast. Nick had other commitments. Nick's becoming an adult.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a thing out there. I was talking to Lenny. They're in trouble over with Craig over there. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, but that started. I don't want. It's none of my business.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, that's a whole other.
It's been going, but he's he got his girl. He got a girl. He's had a girl for like 6 months or something, and they're now he's moving. Same apartment complex, but he's moving in with her. And yeah, he's just you have other priorities. And then Tim for a couple
5-4, Jess McNeil home run. That's a winner.
5-4.
He
There we
homered
go.
again?
Ah, shit. There we go.
Who
We're
had
gonna
that
play-
guy to hit 2 homers tonight?
We finally get to play some of our new videos. Okay, we'll play some new ones.
This feels good. You know what else feels good? Someone's mouth on my wiener.
Yeah. Rafi bomb.
It's soda. Now, who says pop? Dale's got it from the South to call it pop. He's like a Georgia guy. Soda.
Yeah, soda.
That's crazy.
people
He's
that
hit
call
2
it Coke.
homers.
Coke. No, it's soda. I'm a Pepsi guy.
No.
Give me RC Cola.
He had a girlfriend.
Shasta.
She used to come on the show.
Yeah, one of them did. I remember she'd come in and say hello sometimes on the show.
Well, Tim had that girlfriend years ago, and then that didn't happen. And then, but recently, Nick got a girl the end of like last year, beginning of this year, and Sydney, nice girl, real nice girl. Nick needed that. Nick, we always pressured him, but Nick's one of those guys that needed things to go at his own pace, and he's a nice guy, a quiet guy, and he found a nice, quiet girl, and good for him.
No happy ever after.
What, is he not picking enough winners? No, it didn't have anything to do with that. I'm not going to air up people's laundry, but
How hard can it be? It's easy. Ramon,
He would have shut his show down and disappeared if that was the case. He still does a show every day.
yeah.
Dale, Ohio. They call it pop in Ohio? Interesting. I thought pop was like the South. Have a little pop.
Pop is also like a Wisconsin, Minnesota thing too. Well, I don't think I have any. I've been looking at some. So we hit that one. We're gonna we need another run in that Washington Reds game.
Yeah, now it's getting late here. It gets early late, they say, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go 2 for 2 on Primos, hopefully, and then we added those 3 games. I'm looking for a spot to bet live. I don't like any of these, and plus, how are you gonna? We have no feel for what's going on. It's the first game back in a week, so
Yeah. Like you think kind of like maybe some of these games think, oh, maybe unders. Guys haven't played in 5 days, and I'm on a team that I might get traded. I'm just kind of ho-humming it. Who knows? But you look at these scores, you're thinking, wow, it's over Central. A lot of crooked numbers, but you only got 2 over so far.
yeah, I think.
All right, you got a guy on second here in the Nats. Nobody out. Lead off double.
I saw that. Yeah, we're good. I actually think the opposite. I mean, when you travel, pitching travels easier than hitting, but you got to figure these guys have been there hitting in the cages wherever they've been there for an extra day. Like they've had an extra day of prep. It's not like they jumped on a plane and had to go cross country, or they only, there's no sleep deprivation. There's nothing. I mean, maybe they went on and partied or something, but
yeah, so they rested up. You think they're ready to good to go, but I always think pitching has the edge over the hittings. And if you look at the averages and the way these guys are, the pitchers definitely have the edges.
Oh,
Even
of
the bad
course they do.
pitchers,
Well, I also don't. Was it me or was so many of the teams didn't throw their aces today? They didn't throw their best.
Yeah, I'm like, why? I'm thinking Sale was going to be on the hill today. No, I mean, even
Yeah.
tomorrow he's not listed to go. It's like
It was a bunch of schlubs today.
It's like, yeah, it's like Schellenbeck for Brad. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking you get Sale or Lopez to come in because Sale, maybe Who do we got here?
Royals.
Orioles?
Royals.
Oh,
2-0.
Royals.
Bobby
Royals
Witt
with
again.
cheese.
Motherfucker.
Base hit for Bobby Witt. Let's go. I need Vinny P to go yard here to get my Ruby props going here. Come on, Vinny P.
Flexer can give it up.
Giving it up.
Waiting for this national game to get over for you.
Wow. What do we need? One run. Yeah. Struck him out.
Come on, he came in advance to runner.
Fucking 7-1. They're not worried about anything. 5-4. Into first, no runs, no hits for the Giants and the Rockies. Bobby Witt Jr., RBI, such a gangster. Did Higgs just say Vinny P?
Yeah, Vinny P's up next. Vinny Pasquantino.
Hey,
Vinny P. I need Vinny P to deliver here.
you're not supposed to be in there.
Plus 140 Ribby. Vinny P. Vinny P's for me.
Sit. Good girl.
Come on, Rays. Got a guy on third here. Get him, man. Let's close this. Get to 5-2. We'll be all right. Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
They got the metric system. They know what the hell a quarter pounder is.
And he'd be damned if he let the you know what steal his birthright. That's in that movie, right? The Christopher Walken soliloquy.
Yeah, that's the Bruce Willis.
Yeah, when he gives him the watch or whatever.
I sat with this hunk of metal up my ass for 2 years. I think I'll get those
I love Christopher Walken.
grimy little yellow people take this from you. I like Christopher Walken.
Yeah. Deer Hunter.
All American Murder. You see me in All American Murder?
Mm-mm.
It's a wacky 90s movie. Hold on, Smoke. You went to high school with who? Bobby Witt's mom? Or Vinny P's mom?
Oh, it has to be.
Vinny P? Because that's who he's talking about.
No, because Bobby, I know Bobby Witt's uncle went to my high school. So they were out
Vinny
this way.
P's mom. All right. Vinny P, although he made it out, did not deliver for me. Neither did the Rays. 5-1. What is going on? Who's getting things thrown at him? Is that your cat attacking something?
No, it's my dog throwing her bone up in the air and going to get it. She plays catch with herself.
He's having a party over there.
Yeah. Well, she's trying to get me to do it.
Yeah,
she's
she wants
looking
you
at
to
me.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say, hey,
I'm talking to you. Come here.
Your hair looks good today. Would you get a haircut over today? It looks like you showered.
No, it's just growing in.
Growing in?
I need a haircut.
I can't wait. I was telling my wife, I said, I'm going to go see my boy out in Vegas. He's got a barbershop / tattoo parlor. And last time I went, he gave me a nice shave and then he's got like a hot towel for your face. I'm like, oh, he's like, I'll trim up your brows and your nose and your ear. I'm like, I do that. He goes, no, you don't. He's like, don't lie. He's like, you're a filthy gorilla. Let me take care. It was nice hot towel. And then then he gives you a cold towel on the head.
Yeah.
Frozen, like right out of like a deep freezer. It's fabulous.
That's how they do it. They give you a cold one after the hot one that closes your pores up and everything, tightens everything up.
Oh, it was the best ever.
Never had a straight razor shave.
He did my head.
I've shaved my face one time. I did it during COVID since 2017. I've had a beard for 7 years.
C-Mac called for. I thought he'd had 30 homers, Vinny P. I was high. That's why I like the Royals over because I figured him, Melendez, Witt. That's a solid 3-4-5. You put Sally Perez in there, who's a good veteran. I thought
Melendez
the team.
has been down, hasn't he? A little
He's
bit.
hitting like 190. He's terrible
Yeah,
this year.
I expected a lot out of him for sure.
So I was expecting a lineup because I thought Brady Singer would bounce back. I like Cole Raggins. I listen. Honestly, I wasn't expecting a lot out of Lugo. It was more Raggins and Singer, and you had the veteran Lugo and Waka. Like, who knows what could get out of those guys? But I thought it was there to be good. We'll see. I mean, I'm 20 wins away from the win total.
What about that Garcia dude? He had a pretty good season last year. What's he doing
Yeah.
last year?
He's not terrible.
Yeah. He probably just played over his head last year.
First and third natties, 2 outs. Let's go.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
Watching it.
That's funny. Juan Yepes. I had a
Yeah,
guy.
Luis.
You don't see that name very often, but I had a guy, a friend in Little League named Jose Yepes. You just don't see that name very often.
He's
Yeah,
a
he's on the
Cardinal guy.
Yeah, he's on the Cardinals. He's
Yeah.
pretty good. I don't know why they.
No, yeah, I know who he is, but every time I see his name, it reminds me of that guy. 'Cause it's not-
8-1 winner.
You got it?
8-1.
Nice. We'll play another video. How about that?
This feels good. You know what else feels good? Someone's mouth on my wiener.
Not the one I was going to play.
I was tracking the bear most of the night. Didn't get him, but I did find a big, fresh pile of shit that I thought I'd second harvest because it was full of Hershey Kisses. Spoiler alert, they weren't Hershey Kisses. It was just more shit. I ate it all anyway, got sick to my tummy, puked, pooped, jerked off, and now I'm here with you bros. What have you guys been up to?
What is that from, bro?
Oh, yeah. It's from the league.
The league?
Yeah. They talk about second harvest where your bot, like animals' bodies especially, don't digest the foods. You can pick nuts and berries out of their shit and eat it to survive. But he thought they were Hershey Kisses, but it was just more pieces of shit.
Why would you think the bear was eating Hershey Kisses? What do you
He's
do?
an idiot. Rafi's an idiot in the show. That's the whole point. I mean, that's the guy this guy. Remember this clip we used to play? Where is it?
Coming down the stairs.
Yeah. Day drunk, ready to see my dick. Yeah. It's Rafi Bomb.
All right, I need to get out of this Orioles game here. It's 4-1. There we go. Let's go top 4 now. All right.
Yeah, you got a long way to go on that one. What's the number?
8.5.
Well, it could happen. But anyways, shout out to you guys in the chat. It's like I said, the doldrums of summer. I haven't been promoting stuff, so I expect for numbers to be down. But we're going to be going for we're going to kick off the late games. We're not going to watch them all the way through. We'll give out bets. If you guys have questions or want bets, let us know. We've given out Houston is probably the only game that hasn't gone off that we.
I like the A's
And
run
the
line
over
today.
in the Boston Dodgers.
Oh, that Dodgers over. Yeah. And what'd you say about the A's?
A's run line
Okay.
plus 170.
I may get
Re-
that over.
the reverse
I may
run
get
line,
that
right?
over.
Yes. No, they're favored. They should be favored.
Oh, they're a favorite?
Yeah.
Sears, yeah.
You're right. When I hear A's run line of plus money, it's usually reverse run line or they're playing a huge favorite.
Griffin Canning on the hill today.
Kind of like the over in that game too. That might be an over spot.
Say Can Solo.
Canning's a fucking can of shit.
I want to get down on this Twins over tomorrow. It's not posted yet on some of these sites.
Twins Brewers, yeah, that's gonna be a low total too. That might be you might get a 7 flat, maybe 7.5. Peralta Lopez.
I saw there was one 7.5 out there. So I'm hoping to get that 7.5 because
What are the rest 8s?
I haven't seen anything. But I think in this game should be like an 8.5. I mean, Peralta's okay. Lopez has been okay. I mean, he's got a 5 ERA, but Minnesota just hits, and somehow Minnesota hits. I don't know how they hit with that lineup, but they score runs. It's crazy. Minnesota's been like a hot-hitting team like last month and a half, maybe. So if I get 7.5, I'm going to grab the over.
Wait a minute. I didn't even know this. It's your
What's
boy.
that?
Your boy, Reed Detmers. I didn't realize he's in the minors.
He's in the minors.
But he was struggling. Yeah,
He's a shitbag.
yeah.
Come on.
You love him.
I
He's
do.
better than some guys in that rotation.
He threw a no-hitter, and 2 weeks later, 2 years ago, he was in the fucking minors. That just shows you. He's a fucking joke.
He had a good run. He had the no-hitter, but he had a nice second half, and then all of a sudden he started bad. Again,
Fuck.
Ugh. What happened?
Tell me why I shouldn't bet the Bears.
We
not to
almost
make
had
the
a homer.
Big Show. You should absolutely. They're not making the playoffs. This is a 6-win team. I just did this with Tooch and Anthony. We're talking about this. I was doing a Bears channel show. 8.5, under 8.5, plus 145. Who they have 6 wins on their schedule. I'll go through it. They're not winning. Rookie quarterback's not coming in and having like some great road record and beating everybody on the road. They should be Tennessee, Houston at Houston, at Indianapolis back to back. They are 1-2. The Rams game, I think they lose to the Rams at home. They should be Carolina at home. Jags game in England, I don't think they win that game. Then they have back-to-back roadies, Washington and Arizona. At best, they split those. Maybe they split. Maybe they lose both. I don't think they win 2. New England's a win. Green Bay's a loss. Minnie at home's a win. At Detroit, at San Fran, at Minnesota, 3 straight losses. Home versus Detroit's a loss. Seattle is a toss-up, I think. And they close out at Green Bay. They have 6 wins. Maybe 7 wins. Maybe if you're a homer. Playoffs. I know you got that somewhere in there. Where's that one, Dave?
Well, I don't have that one in there.
No?
That's
You
not
should.
on. They're
Laura,
Under 8.5.
Giants up 2-0. Braves, Cards, rain delay 6:15 now, which
Minnesota's
is
got a better chance than them. The Vikings.
I don't know what to think about that. I
Who's
like
your
Sam
QB?
Darnold.
Sam
Sam Darnold. Last year I had a Sam Darnold comeback player of the year because I thought, what's his name? Mr. Evelyn, Brock Purdy. I'm like, he got hurt. He looked terrible in the championship game. They said in July and August he hadn't even been throwing the ball yet. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get Sam Darnold, who had decent numbers with the Jets on a bad team. With now he's got a better coach and better players around him. Why not? He goes and wins 12 games. And
I can see it. In that division, too?
right, I thought it was worth a shot. So here I kind of like it because they still have a wide receiver, right? I mean, they still got some players there. I think they're overlooked, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do with them. It's not a team I'm looking to fade or play on right out of the gate.
You don't mess with that division. What are we doing?
Listen,
Pirates.
the Lions are plus 135 to win. I hate doing short numbers. They should win that division.
Yeah.
I think Green Bay, as good as they are, they're not ready to step up. They'll probably have a little slide backwards. The Bears are going to be bad. And Minnesota is what? Maybe a 500 team like the Bears? Less?
I think
Plus
the Bears
135
are
on the Lions, I think,
this
is worth
year.
it. But it's juicy. I think you're playing like 140, 150, or maybe 150, 160 with the Lions to win the North.
I don't think anything changes in the NFC. I don't think I don't
I think the Eagles win. I think Dallas doesn't make the playoffs. They got a whole new rebuilt offensive line. No thank you to that. They didn't like Pollard. They bring in Zeke Elliott. Out of all the running backs, you bring in Zeke Elliott comes back. Really?
They're a joke.
I mean, I don't like the Giant team. I would be more shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if the Redskins go over their win total. Like they shocked people and win some games. Like that wouldn't shock me.
I don't know.
They got some pieces for sure.
I don't think anyone was on the cusp of doing anything last year that didn't already do it. The Eagles are good. And they're a good team. Niners are still going to be the Niners.
Yep.
What other team's gonna? The Cowboys. It kind of doesn't matter who's in the East. Whoever is in the East is going to fail anyways. They always do.
The Texans are going to be overhyped and they're going to underachieve this year.
Colts to win.
I think. Yeah.
If he stays healthy, if that
That's
dude
the
stays
thing.
healthy,
Richardson stays healthy. I mean, Joe Flacco's the backup. Is he going to pull a rabbit out of his ass again?
no. But Richardson's a dude. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
I hope he's not plagued with injury because when he plays, I mean, he's like Cam Newton.
He is.
Yeah.
And again, and last year I was like, you know what? Play Minshew. Like I was like, play the other guy. Let this kid. Because I said if you play him, and I was like adamant, like take it under with the Colts. I said because if you play him to start the year, you can't take him out unless he gets hurt. And if he gets hurt, I mean that's your number one draft pick getting hurt already. The guy played 7 games or whatever in Florida, couldn't win anything there. And sure enough, they played him. He got hurt. They won some games. I just felt better. He would be someone to come in like a second half or maybe in the third quarter, like mix things up. Like,
Yeah.
But listen, he showed he could win. He showed hard. He's out there playing. They won games with him. But again, hopefully he's not injury prone. That's the worst.
And
That's the worst.
who realistically? I mean,
Stephon Diggs he's a cancer to the locker room. He's gonna fuck up the chemistry that they had going from last
They're
year.
playing a first place schedule now. Good luck.
I didn't even know that either. Wow.
Colts in week 1. I'll tell you what. Take the Colts in week 1. Take the Texans in week 2 when the Bears come to town. And as Big Show says, everybody thinks Caleb Williams is this year's Stroud. He's still got a crap head coach.
the Lions. To me, there's 3 teams in the NFC. It's the Eagles, the Lions, and Niners. Those are the 3. I mean, who else? Who else is there? And then but really, it doesn't matter who's going to beat the Chiefs. I don't know. Who can beat that guy? He's Superman.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Philly's
you figured
not
last
winning.
year.
You can take the Eagles out of the question. Philly's
Well, that's
not.
fine. I mean,
No. Listen, Baltimore, week 1, Baltimore has to win week 1. They got so much to play for after that embarrassing showing they had in their game. Like, hey, we're running all over you, but we're not going to run the ball anymore after our 6 rushes in the first quarter. Like, what is that about?
And then they go get Derrick Henry. This is almost must win.
Yeah.
There's must win.
And as much as I love Andy Reid at home, bye week rest, and all of his crazy records, the Chiefs could be like, what are we proving here? You know, you saw it last year against the Lions. It was a close game. Maybe they pull it out. Maybe they lose. I think the Ravens, just for their sake of their sanity, have to go in there and win that game. They have to.
That guy. Are you asking about racing, Formula One racing? Is that what you're asking?
Bet the sky.
I don't bet racing. I think it's silly. I don't know how you would. It doesn't make any sense. You're betting on a car. And people tell me, oh, there's this and that. I think I don't know. It's not for me. I don't bet Formula One. If that's stressful.
Shading Stroud, yes, Ramon. I'm shading Stroud.
I'm with you. I think they're going to be. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be bad. I think they're going to be at least slightly overhyped. You might get some value betting against them.
That's the key. It's the points. I don't care if they win a game. Are they going to cover the inflated number?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I just hit myself in the nuts.
People are right now like, oh, they're going to be, favored on the road versus the Colts. The Colts could have beat. Did the Colts almost beat them in the playoffs last year? They had that 4th down and the guy fell like a pubic hair short of whoever they
Cleveland.
played. Cleveland. Whoever they played. I'm just saying it was
Cleveland,
like right.
Yeah.
And again, that was a bad team without their quarterback. Like,
Joe
Flacco,
this
is not some easy game for them. Like, oh, we're going 13-5 this year. Come on.
They got Joe Flacco. That's why they got out of the first round.
I'm thinking the teams like those 3 teams at the top of the NFC. They all got better. Like they can only get better.
It's the Niners and the Lions. I'm going to put the Eagles a step below them because let's see if they could.
I'm with you.
Is last year now? Again, I like them to beat Green Bay in week 1 because they had the chip out. Like, wow, we sucked so bad at the end of the year. We got to come out and have a good game 1 here. Otherwise, it's going to be like, here comes the pressure. Oh my goodness, it wasn't just last year some fluke. We're not a good team. So where Green Bay is going to maybe take a step back off their hype, right? They should have beat the Niners. They were, right. So that's the hype on that thing. I think the Lions, I don't know. I think that the Niners have the best roster, but I think the Lions are, it's a fun team to like. You got to like the coach. He's like a gritty kind of cat. They're a little different than San Fran's pretty boy image that they roll out over there.
Yeah.
You bet Ravens and Eagles, I guarantee you, like at least split out. If not, go 2-0.
To get to the Super Bowl or for week 1?
No, week 1.
Oh yeah.
So I like that. I'm think I'll bet both, and you at least split out. I think.
I'll tell you, I like Denver, and that line's come down a point ahead. That was 6.5. It's down to 5. I think Zach Wilson's got a lot to prove. I know there's like, oh, he's going to start Bo Nix. He's not starting. If you start Bo Nix, bro, he's going to be fired by week 11.
Yeah, he's not starting,
dude. And I feel bad for Zach Wilson. And I was saying this about Jeff Fans, like, how can you think the Jets? That poor bastard comes in, gets hurt. He's behind the line his rookie year. New coordinator comes in, bad offensive line. They bring in Aaron Rodgers, his coordinator. He gets hurt 30 seconds in behind a bad line, and he's in here running for his life. The guy's had no direction for a couple of years. Now he's
This could be the place where he shows that he's a good quarterback. He could
You know what I'm
totally.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
they
I'm with
write
you.
off these kids, and I feel bad for guys like him. I feel bad for a guy like Darnold who went to the Jets and they bounced to Carolina. Like these guys, the kid,
Deb Darnold was a number 2 or 3 pick
who was
in the draft.
Matt Corral, I think, was a second or third round pick for Carolina. He's gone because they get a new head coach. The kid from the Redskins, from North Carolina, Sam Howell, whoever. They drafted him. The coach is a lame duck coach. They don't play him. They sort of play him. He's gone. That guy was the number 1 draft pick coming into his senior year, and then he falls in the draft, gets picked on a bad team. The coach is lame duck. Then they draft a new quarterback. That guy could have been – you don't know who he could have been. He never got a chance to come off the bench. The first-round picks – I don't want to be a first-round pick. I feel bad for the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Total crap situations. They're top 5 teams because they're bad. They need – it's a new head coach. I need my guy. That's great. I'm missing 2 offensive linemen. I don't have a wide receiver. My defense is a mess. You throw me to the Wolves out here. I'm not here taking bullets for you, John. It's like a wedding singer, right? Like, what are you doing? Not wedding singer, wedding crashers, right? It's like these guys, you're in no-win situations. And a handful are good. One of a group is good every year.
7-6 in that Phillies Pirates game.
That's still on.
Yep. Still got 2 innings left.
Yeah.
A lot of game.
Nathan's counting his money 2-0 on the Giants.
Yeah. We got that
It's
over.
like I think he said he had the Phillies too. He's got the Phillies and the Yankees. And like the Phillies are going to blow this game, and then he's going to be there complaining like, I can't believe the Phillies blew a game in the 9th inning.
Does he has the full game money line? He's saying cash it already. Is that what he's talking about?
I love Nate Serta.
No, I don't think. I think he's just saying. Well, he did put cash it. Well, yeah. What'd you cash? The fuck.
Unless he had the race to 2 runs or something like that.
Race the 2. Maybe he had the DraftKings fucking the 2. They're up by 2 or whatever.
Oh, win by 2 it's a win.
promo.
Yes.
They don't do those no more. Or
It
at
makes
least
no
I don't
sense.
I don't
They
get it
didn't-
no more.
Bro. They had that's
Here
it's
we
bad
go. Yes,
odds
he
for them.
says he just needs Giants money line minus 165 or plus 160 on a 3-team parlay. And his other ones, I think, are the Yankees and the Royals. Yankees and the Phillies.
You scrolling up?
I scrolled up.
Good.
He's
'Cause I was gonna
saying
do
they
that.
won already. Bro, we're in Coors, 2-run lead.
And Nathan knows
Yeah,
that.
what the fuck, Nathan?
And listen, he's a good viewer. He comes to the
Oh,
show.
I love Nathan. Nathan's
you
awesome.
know, but when he comes in and says like, "Oh," I'm like, Nathan, every day you just come in taking like the 3 biggest faves on the board, and then the next day you're like, "Oh man, I can't believe."
Sounds
I
like
went,
the guy that celebrates his wins in the second inning too.
Yeah, come on. He knows
Fucking
better. I think he does that
Nate
just.
Serta.
I think he does that just to get a reaction out of me.
He does.
I've been telling him that for years.
Nathan's been here forever. He's on your shows.
He's in Vegas. Now. Isn't he in Vegas? Is he in Vegas?
Nathan, I forget. Nate, are you in Vegas? Fucking celebrate. Please tell me why you were celebrating. That's hilarious. If you really are celebrating,
If you're
you won
messing
it.
around, then it's kind of funny. But if you're serious, then
You're
I don't know what
retarded.
you're talking about.
He's not. Nobody's commenting. I chased him out with my first round quarterback.
It's all good. He's still
rant.
here.
I chased everybody out.
Well, it's been a slower show. I fully anticipated. Plus, Dave is not doing a great job of.
Oh, here it
promoting.
is.
Dave
He's just confident in his Giants. Well, hey, listen, they got 2 on with nobody out here, so it could be a blowout here. Could very well be a blowout with Colorado.
Fucking.
You said just that confident. I mean, yeah, 2 runs, but you're in Coors on top of that. So that's really like the game's almost still tied with the 2-run lead.
I get being confident. I tell you a game, I think it's going to win. I don't think about it.
All
But
right,
I'm not.
Heater up 11-0.
But
It's over. Hey Nathan, let's celebrate that win too.
Listen, that's the. I feel as someone who's done this a long time. Whenever I say that, it is a loser. Like I can't say that. Anytime, like, oh, it looks good. That's a winner. I'm going to mark it down.
I'm not saying that about Nathan because I won't root against Nathan because I think he was being funny. But people that say shit like that, I don't even secretly. I openly root against them. Like I openly want you to lose.
I don't think he was being funny. He said I'm just that confident.
I think it's funny if he was serious. I think that's goofy fun. I think it's goofy is what I'm saying. But there are people that are like, I told you. This is what they say. Dude, I want you to lose every bet the rest of your life. I want you to fucking
Like
fail.
I told you I took a 190 fave today. Like
Yeah,
okay,
it's just go die.
I just can't.
Oh, you live in Vegas. Oh, there is
Vegas.
a Las Vegas, New Mexico too, by the way, I think. But it's in Albuquerque, yeah.
The land
Michael
of
Walker looking
enchantment.
like
The land of enchantment. That is their state motto.
Yes, the land of enchantment. That's a
Yeah.
great motto.
I don't even know Arizona's.
You don't
What's
even have one.
California's? The Golden State. That's
Yeah,
not their
Golden
motto. That's the name. That's their state name.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's on their license plates. Like
Yeah.
Garden State with New Jersey, Show Me State's Missouri. You know.
It's so funny that New Jersey's the Garden State. Should be the
We have a lot of tomatoes.
the burning truck tire on the side of the road. It shouldn't be fucking the Garden.
That was my neck of the wood, North Jersey.
Yeah.
It's funny, like talking to people in Jersey, like, oh, 45 minutes drive, you're in New York, Connecticut, PA, Maryland, Delaware. Like 45 minutes here, I'm not even like, you're not even out of Houston. Like still the same city.
I had a buddy in college that, rest in peace, Jack Davies. He would drive to Houston. He lived in Houston, and he went to school in LA. And he said, when I drive home from LA, when I reach Texas, I'm halfway there.
Yeah.
That's how long Texas is. It's ridiculous.
I drove with a couple cats from Jersey to South Padre.
That's it.
We got to Texas at like 7:30 in the morning, right? We left at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Friday. And we rotated every 100 miles. They were all military guys, straight out of Gulf War I, all Army guys. Rode a tank. So every 100 miles we rotated no matter where we were. Like 7:30 in the morning, we're in Texas. We're like, wow, look at this. We're going to be here. It's going to be fabulous. We got to Padre at 9:30, 9:45 at night.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
And listen, Texas, like the speed limit's like 75 everywhere, and you're doing 90. Like the state troopers here have like souped up mustangs.
Actually,
Like,
you can go 85. It was 80. They've moved it up. Yeah.
you could
Down
fly here.
the 10.
9.5 hours.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Going from, you hit El Paso, and you're like, oh, I'm in Texas, and then it's like fucking another 12 hours. What are you doing? Come here.
Padre's nice, South Padre.
What the hell are you doing?
I went to a joint called Louis' Backyard. It was a bar. It was great.
All right, go on.
People were line dancing. They were singing Friends in Low Places. Again, this was back in 93. That's how old
We got
that song
another
was.
run.
Who's
San
that?
Fran.
3-0, yeah.
The Heat are up 21-7. It's over.
Over.
Orioles
already
6-1 in the
basketball.
fifth. Not looking good. 6-1 in the fifth.
Dude, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose outright now. Watch, because I celebrated. It's gonna happen.
I need a Guardian run here. It's 1-0, 6 hits. Can we get another run across the board here, Cleveland?
Well, in
Yeah, I
Cleveland.
took Bybee under 5.5
Oh, yeah.
strikeouts. He hit the number 9 straight games, and he's always at a 6.5, and they put him at a 5.5 today. And the Padres don't strike out ever, so
Yeah, East
All right,
Texas
we got to
is
guess. We got to
flat.
get them on. Very, very important. Very
Phillies
important.
are
guess.
7-6 going bottom 8, Nathan.
here we go.
All right. We got to bring on our next guest. And by the way, I got rid of that stupid dingo fucking thing. So we'll do this.
I think I do, dude.
Yeah,
I think
man.
I deserve to be number one. You
I
know,
wanna-
I've been working so hard for
Oh my
so many
God,
years.
oh
You know,
my
it's like
God.
cream always rises to the top.
Dude, and you're like made of cream, dude, and your cream is all over his face, man. You know what I mean?
That
and he
pisses
hates
him
that
off.
shit, dude.
I'm always
He hates
putting
that
my
shit.
cream all over his
Dude,
face.
you're like
and it
all
pisses
up
him
in
off.
his face.
Oh my god.
That's the best. It's creams in his face and it's pissing him off.
Just love Charlie and Mac. It's the best dynamic ever. They're the best.
Yeah.
Dan, how you been?
Good.
Yeah, good. I was up pretty late last night, so I had a bit of a sleep in today. I got up at 10 o'clock this morning, so it's 20 past 11 right now. But yeah, day's just starting. So Saturday.
There you
Well,
go.
good.
Since
In the
it's, since it's
future.
Saturday, listen, it's Saturday there. You should already have the final scores for these games. So which we live bet?
Yeah.
The thing is, the news takes a day to get here. So by the
Oh, is
time
that-
I get the news, the game's already been played. So
All right. That's,
Yeah,
that's
you know what?
it
You know
is.
what's number one on the Billboard Top 40 is Mbop by Hanson
yeah, I think it's Spice
in
World.
Australia.
Yeah,
Spice World. Yeah, it is. It's Spice Girls.
Listen, I saw Spice World in the movie theater.
It's Chumbawamba.
Yeah,
thumping.
Waterworld and the original Twister just came out.
The original
Listen,
Twister.
Dude, I liked Waterworld.
Yeah,
I watched it the other day. It was on.
I can watch that. I can watch The Postman. I
love Kevin Costner. Yellowstone.
Game show.
I watched that new movie. That's what I was up so late. I watched that Horizon Part 1 last night.
How terrible was that?
It's so boring for 3 hours. I'm like, what the fuck did I?
He put like 80 million of his own dollars into that, and then
I get the epic, but it's like I'm not. I know Dave loves Kevin Costner, so I'm going to tread very lightly here. But it is every Kevin Costner movie ever made. It's like
he plays the same guy. He tried to play a different guy, like in Field of Dreams. He tried to play like a nicer guy. He was still a mean, nice guy. You know what I mean?
It's Americana. Like even the music at the start, it's that inspiring music.
Well,
like
here's why I have I'll tell you guys. I'll put in the private chat of why I'm very fond of Kevin Costner. Besides the fact that he's a great actor. But I do like Kevin Costner.
Yeah, he's the man. But it's like.
Did you like Kevin Costner in 1,000 Miles to Vegas, where he's with all the guys who are Elvis impersonators with the Sticky Fingers and Christian Slater and.
Well, Sean, you know what? So you've seen it. You've seen it as well, Sean.
What's that?
The Horizon. You've seen that?
No. I just was reading about it. How the movie theaters are pushing back the parts 2 and 3 because it's so terrible.
Yeah, if it was an hour, if it was 2 hours, I get why there'd be 3 parts. But why is part 1 3 hours long? It's part 1.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I liked him in The Bodyguard. Was good.
Yeah. No, Kevin Costner's the man. He was like one of my favorite.
He wasn't that bad in The Guardian with Ashton Kutcher, where he's the Coast Guard swimmer.
The Guardian. I don't think I've heard. He's
he's like a Coast Guard.
Am I back now? I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. Press for a little bit.
Okay.
The Fifth Element. Bruce Willis and Chris. How did that get to Kevin Costner? No Way Out. There's an oldie from '88.
You're talking about Waterworld. That's why you talked about Waterworld.
Two runners on for Kansas City.
Hey, Coogee probably wasn't even born when Twister came out. But when I went overseas for the first time in 1994, that was the movie.
That's Bill Paxton. That's not.
I know it's Bill Paxton, but I'm just saying it's like that movie was played on the flight in '94, and there was a little screen at the end of fucking 30 seats. There was a tiny screen on the wall, and that's what we watched our fucking Twister movie on. And it just came out at the cinemas. It was a big deal back then. Because if you flew on the international flights, you got to watch the new movies that are at the cinemas. So,
good job, Dave. Good job for you.
You
smell your finger afterwards.
You like that? You like that? But
what does your finger smell like after?
I could tell you what it smells like exactly, but if I said it now in this voice with the age that I am, I would get arrested. So anyway, but Kevin Costner's not coming. So Yellowstone as season, it's coming out in November. It's been on hold for like 2 years. Yeah. And they have to kill him off because he's not coming back for another season.
They won't pay him what he wants. That's why he's leaving.
He's fighting, but him and the main guy, the producer, like the head producer, like created the show. And that's why he went and did this Horizon thing kind of out of spite too.
It's pretty much the same thing from the 1883 or the prequel to Yellowstone.
I haven't seen any of those yet. And the reason why is I want to get them all lined up so I can binge watch them. Yeah. I've seen Yellowstone 3 times through all 4 seasons.
No, I think it's one of the best shows on TV, to be honest.
It is up there now, and this is the pantheon of my shows is Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, The Office, which is not a serious one, but of the serious
the original sheriff in Sons of Anarchy is the guy that created Yellowstone.
The original sheriff is the rodeo guy. He's the rodeo
the creator of Yellowstone. That's the guy who created it.
I'm thinking of a different guy.
Tyler someone. I forget what his name is.
I'm not sure he created. Did he write it?
He's the creator.
Okay.
He's the main guy. Yeah.
Anyways.
Nate said Phillies up. Would you lay $1.80 on the Phillies? They're only up 1 run. Unless you took the run line. I mean,
so he just popped in to fucking give you a hard time.
I took the plus money. I mean, if you got the run line, you're not in good shape right now.
So let's talk some real sports now that Dan's here, because we only got about another 45 minutes on the show. We're going to start the other games. There are 3 AFL games and 3 NRL games. I know we were talking about NRL, which is tough because of State of Origins, which I could explain to people what that is. That is the All-Star game. They have 3 of them, and it's actually a meaningful All-Star game because it's where you're from, not where your team's from, right? Or is it where your team's from?
Where you're from is very loose term that Queensland like to use.
Isn't it supposed to be where you're from as a person?
It's supposed to be where you're born, but Queensland have players that are born in friggin' Samoa. New South Wales have players that are born in Samoa.
Okay.
It's pretty much it's where you're born, but the other side of it is where you grew up playing rugby. That's the other one. So
okay, but it's a meaningful All-Star game. The thing I was trying to explain to these guys is unlike other sports, if you have an option, they'd rather play in the All-Star game than not to rest, and that's not the case in because you're getting paid a lot more in the NBA and stuff. But anyways, So the NRL is really strange because the players just played their last game and they might not be playing in this game. So I'm going to pull up all 3 games and we can talk about them.
Yeah, I'm going to get the team list up for NRL. But it's just the thing with this game that Dave's talking about midweek is that some of these guys are on the same team as each other and they literally try and kill each other. Like in the first 30 minutes, there was a melee like with 10 minutes left in the first half, where 2 players off the bench got involved. One of them wasn't even in team gear. He was wearing a suit, like he wasn't even playing the game. Got involved in a fight. A player on the bench got sent off. Another player on the other team got sent off. Like they let a lot of stuff go in these games, but it's pretty brutal. Like dudes with split lips. Like there was a guy with a lip split like all the way up to here. He played the whole game, didn't even go off, just rocked the fucking cut lip.
There was a guy on the Eels, the Eels winger, the fastest guy on the team. You know, he looks a young guy, right? He busted his head open in a game, dripping down his face blood. They wrapped him up like a war fucking, and he's playing. He's in there. He definitely got beat the fuck up, but he's playing.
But, Dave's right, because they could be, like he was saying before, there could be a couple teams that are missing some key players because they just go so hard in these games. But a good thing to look at when you're starting out is the totals. It's you just need to keep an eye on the weather. If it's wet and the total's up around that like 42 and a half, it might even be 30. I look at the unders. If you got 2 shitty teams playing each other, you can usually get an over around like 45. Like the over on that, but that's sort of my number with totals is around that like 43 to probably 46 numbers, like the sweet spot with hitting the over. But you just got to, obviously pay attention to the weather and lineups, but you learn that as you'll go. So
I agree. That's why I jumped in with totals, but I'm going to tell you what, the totals today in NRL are accurate. I think they're not. The only one that I thought about an over, it's juiced to the under, and it's the Storm and it's the Roosters and the Storm, two of the better teams in the league, and it's juiced to the under. And what I've noticed is, just like in other sports, when the 2 top teams play each other, it's usually an under because it's usually the bottom teams it's an over because the defenses are so good. By the way, in these State of Origin games, which are the All-Stars, there was a game that it's never happened yet in State of Origins. There was no tries scored. Basically, there were only 2 field goals scored in the first half.
Sack fly, Sean. Vinny P.
Vinny P, yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, I do like that under in the Roosters Storm game. And also, it's been pretty shitty weather here lately. So Melbourne's got really wet ground. When you're playing rugby league, because you're passing the ball constantly, they're not very grippy ball. So if it's wet, there would just be more errors. And also, it's just the ball doesn't bounce much when you kick it as well. So there's less less turnovers as well in that respect in the kicking game, just because with the bounce and stuff, it's hard for the kicker to get an advantage. But then on the other side, it can also lead to a lot of knock-ons because the ball's wet, so which is a penalty against the team. But yeah, I like the under in that Storm game. That's a bit later. I also don't mind the under the West Tigers Sydney Rabbitohs game. That could be a line bet. It's Dave's team.
Yep.
The line 10.5.
I have I'm on, and this isn't like my team because it's my new team. I like the Roosters. I like the Rabbitohs in that. The West Tigers are the worst team in the fucking shit, and it's 6.5. It's within 2 tries, and the Rabbitohs are their form as well, as they'd say lately, means they're playing well or playing good. Yeah, I like the Rabbitohs.
I probably said ball sweat smoke. I probably did so.
And I like the Storm in that other game. I think the Storm's just a better team. In fact, the Storm and the Panthers are the 2 best teams I've seen play the best. Just they're tip top of the league. They're getting 2.5 points in that one. And then Newcastle and whoever they're playing, I forget. That game is fucked. I don't have the Knights and the Broncos.
Don't celebrate too soon, Nasty Nate.
Knights and the Broncos. I probably like 49.5's right in the number 2.
And the Broncos are getting the captain and leader back today. So that could be a good game for the Broncos. Adam Reynolds is back.
Where do you see injuries and stuff? Is that on SofaScore?
No, I go to the NRL website. So it tells you the lineups.
Where do you go? Oh, so I've been on NRL.com. I check the ladder all the time. So where do you go?
If you click on draw on NRL.com, click on the draw.
Yep.
You can click on team list for each game. It shows you all the games, and you can click on team list, and it'll show you
team
who's
list.
in.
There you go. Oh, so is our boy Latrell Sprewell coming back?
Latrell Sprewell. You know what? He probably was named after Latrell Sprewell. I didn't even think of that.
Well, this is what's
Choke his coach?
strange. No. There's this guy, and I don't know if he's white. He's not
He's Aboriginal. He's Aboriginal.
Okay, he's Aboriginal, which is sort of African, but I guess Dan and I had this argument the other day. I still think it's black paint. But Latrell is not is a very particular name. Like I could not be called Latrell, but
he's not playing. He's out today.
Yeah.
And they have another guy who's really good for them. He's back, so that's good.
Lay the points with the Rabbitohs is my play, and I think it's 6.5 is what I got.
West Tigers didn't have they hardly had any contributors to State of Origin, and they have 5 players out. One of them being probably their best leader and player, Api Coruscant. So he's out. So
it's 10.5. It's
by
not
pitch.
6.5
That's another run.
for Giants.
No. The Royals. Bases were loaded. Hit by pitch.
So it's 10.5 for the Rabbitohs. I still why would the Rabbitohs be laying 10.5? The books aren't just giving money away.
Because this is the reason why. They only have out of their lineup from last week. Latrell Mitchell didn't play last week. He was already out. They
have Renfroe, Sean?
Yeah.
They sidelined him for Origin because he was going to play Origin.
Hit by pitch RBI.
West Tigers had their best player. Api Coruscant played Origin midweek. He's their halfback. He sets all their plays. He's the leader. He's out. He's not playing.
I got Massey too.
All the guys that they got bringing in are all young guys. They're probably good. Like West Tigers actually have a good development system. It's just they don't play as a team. They have a bunch of individuals come on. They're not a team yet. The Rabbitohs, they need wins. They had a really shit start to the year, and they're starting to find form late. They had a pretty I think they lost last week. They lose last week? No, they won last week.
The Rabbitohs?
Yeah. No, they lost to the
They
Dolphins
lost last week. Yeah.
Walk in another Flexen.
Apart from that, prior to that loss, they were 5 wins in a row. The reason why they lost so many games earlier in the season is because they had a heap of injuries. So I love the Bunnies today. It's a good look.
Yeah.
I
like Bunnies. I like Bunnies in the Storm. Those are the 2 plays I've got. Melbourne has won 16 of their last 17 at home and have beaten Sydney.
So I like the under in that game just because it's so wet in Melbourne. Like where I am, I'm 3 hours from Melbourne, and it rained all night last night. Like it's fucking cold, it's wet. So I think the under for that game.
So what are all the teams missing a couple players because of the?
Yeah, not all the teams. It's like it's only affecting like probably I reckon 30 or probably 40% of the teams in the league. Like their players are that good that it actually matters when they're out. Like West Tigers, when they have a key player out that's a halfback.
Here we go.
It's like having Tom Brady out, pretty much. Like he's not as good as Tom Brady, but he leads all the players, you know.
Yeah. So probably mostly the good teams. We got most of the all-stars.
Yeah, well, it mainly affects the shit teams that have the really good player.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because you have like perennial teams like Melbourne, the Roosters, Panthers. Like if they have players out, they've got like a really good system. They have plug and play guys. They have guys that want to get signed by other clubs that will play. And half the time they do, they get picked up by another club. Like the Panthers, the amount of players that they've like led into the league in the last 5 years, it'd be insane. It's probably like 2 full teams of players that have gone to other teams. Like it's nuts.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, if you're a shitty team already, you lose your best player. Then
like the best way to compare it would be like remember when OKC had like Westbrook, Harden, Ibaka, KD, and they just kept drafting like freaks. That's pretty much what Penrith and these other clubs have done. They just keep developing these freaks, and then other teams will dish out a max contract for them, and then they'll go there and be like an MVP. It's nuts. And then you get to see them play their own team the following week, and they fucking try and kill each other. Like they'll literally try and rip a guy's head off. It's the best.
Sean, are you taking notes?
No, I was writing down my picks from the RBI props. Yeah, this is. I'm like half listening because I'm trying to hopefully.
I was just picking on you because I knew you were doing something.
I think next year,
next year, RBI props.
Next year, when you guys know that the break's coming and you actually know that there's this other sport on, and Dave's been betting it a bit longer, you guys will be like, "I'm going to hit Dave up because Dave's been doing this for 18 months now. I've got nothing to bet on, and you're going to have better action in about a year's time." So just learn slowly and in your own time, and in 12 months.
Like when you're talking about guys getting heads split open and still playing, and people being thrown up in the air to catch balls, I'm like, you lost me. It seemed like something like a jump park that a bunch of kids play. I was like, what is happening here?
It's like in Russia how they have like the 2 versus 2 MMA. It's kind of like that, but it's on a big grass field, and there's a ball involved as well. Like
I like how they have the fighting in cars now. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, the car jiu-jitsu. That's so weird.
I haven't seen that. What is that?
They literally sit in a car with seatbelts on in the front seat, and they do jiu-jitsu.
Like right next to each other?
Yeah. And then there's another one where they put them in a phone booth, and it's like an MMA.
Oh, I've seen that one. Full Booth Boxing, where they're I've seen that one.
This one's like they both sit and they have to undo their seatbelts as well. So you start with your seatbelt on, and then the ref blows the whistle, and you got to unclip and then submit the driver. Or
hold on. I need to see this right now.
It's in Russia, dude. They do the craziest shit over there.
What is it? What is it called? Car jiu-jitsu?
So how do you win?
You submit the fucking person, whoever. I don't know if it's like yeah. Dave's looking at it already.
Look. It's called. First of all, it's called car jitsu, and it's car jitsu championship Russia versus USA.
Jesus.
This guy looks like he should be at a bar drinking though. Like this is stupid.
It seems like it's quite a niche category that maybe when you join the CIA or FBI, there might be a class where you learn car jitsu. But
who's in the car driving for the U.S.? Is it Henry Ruggs?
No, they're not driving. It's just a car that's parked.
And
they're in like a studio with a car.
I know. Do you see who I mentioned?
It's like on a stage.
Killed somebody.
So weird.
Dude, you can really get hurt doing that. Like.
That's Olympic sport?
No, fuck no. Hey, look, it might be soon.
We can watch this. You know what? Let's get fucking demonetized. Who cares? Let's fucking.
Yeah, you can show it. I don't know why you can show it.
Yeah.
Guns is coming on to talk 80s movies. Yes.
Guns. Just so you don't pull a shark, we're getting off in about 45 minutes. So that's all you got. Okay. I'm not extending the show to talk about fucking the same thing over and over.
All right, Cleveland's in business. We got first and second in the Cleveland game.
This is cool. Let me see if I can get this up.
Where's Nasty Nate at? The Pirates have first and second, no outs.
I'll tell you what.
I hope Nasty Nate's still in the chat.
Last night before I went to bed, boys, there's a guy that I follow on social media who got me into betting ice hockey originally, Mr. Ice. He put some picks out for Saratoga last night, so I decided to put them on before I went to bed, and they both won. So
Look at this shit.
One was a plus 300 and one was plus 100.
Here we
Those
go.
are
My
nice
first
winners.
card jitsu match.
How to card jujitsu.
This is what
They should have to try to
Card jitsu.
or something.
Billy. This is what Billy needs to start capping his kajitsu.
That is a Billy thing to do. Look at this.
What the fuck are they doing? This is
I could see Billy saying, "Screw the UFC card."
The guy didn't get his belt off in time. Look, he's trapped.
You got a mean
It looks like a gay couple fighting. You know, it's like, no, I wanted to go to fucking Chick-fil-A. No, they hate us there.
Why didn't you just like choke the guy out with his?
trying to help him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Look,
choke him with the
yes,
seatbelt.
he's doing it, dude.
You need to put your seatbelt on.
Oh, this is the best.
If the guy's in the driver's seat, you should put the car in gear and slam the brakes so the guy goes through the windshield.
This is just
I
strange
will never
looking.
get this
May as
time
well be
back.
under-
Yeah, I don't get it. There's no punching going on here.
They may as well be wrestling.
Second
under-
and third Pirates. Second and third Pirates. Nobody out. Double steal. Double steal.
Come on, where's Nasty Nate? I hope he didn't.
Look, what is he trying to do? He's trying to wrap it around his arm? Are these just like two random dudes? Like they don't know any jiu-jitsu at all? It's just like two guys like
I bet you they're not. It's not USA versus America. They just did that to make more people watch it. That's like the perfect bait clip for.
they're both Americans for
Come
sure.
on, Reynolds.
Or they're both Russian. Or they're both from friggin' Chechnya. Somewhere like. It's a great marketing ploy. Russia versus America. You just do that for every match. Everyone will watch it.
He's got his leg and some weird ass.
What the fuck?
Oh, now he's gonna pinch his toes.
It would be better if you had to like escape on the opposite door. Like he tried to get through the
He
door.
submitted?
If you get out the other side first, you win.
Like, you know why I can't do this? Because if I was in a fight like this, I'd be like talking crap, like I'm gonna kill you, and be hitting a guy like just blind rage.
Okay, let's look at that that boxing in a phone booth. That shit's fun.
Damn it, he struck out. Come on, fuck you.
Right,
All right, we need Cruz to come in big. Come on, Cruz. He's 3 for 4 on the day. So was Reynolds. They were both 3 for 4.
I got bases loaded in Cleveland. I got to get this run line here.
Oh no, they have.
I know Nasty Nate's sweating out that 180 right now. Money line.
Like I'm like Dave. Like I don't, especially a game I don't have anything on. I don't want, I want somebody to win. But to come in like second and third inning and declare winners,
yeah,
that's just bad.
They have phone booth bare knuckle. They have phone booth with little
Phone
gloves
booth.
and yeah, phone booth, and they have phone booth. They have phone booth slap fighting.
Have you seen the new girl one? They slap the chick's ass. Have you seen that one?
There should be like some like phone booth farting where
Where they slap the chick's butt. It's two chicks fighting each other, but they slap each other's asses.
I want to see phone booth farting where people actually the guy vomits because it's so bad smelling in there.
The phone booth fart off. That's like Sean's idea for the show.
Why not? They got all this other nonsense. I saw that butt slapping though. I saw that.
It's actually a pretty good idea. Phone booth fart off. It's like a Dutch phone booth.
Cleveland 2 runs. Will I catch the run line plus 165 here in the bottom of the 8th?
What score?
3-0, bottom 8. We still got 2 on, nobody out here, first and second.
It should be Class A time. 9th inning.
I wonder if we got we got a few people, Mexican soccer guys, Geraldo, if he's around, and Fernando, because there's a Mexican soccer game on a little bit later too. So
They get it? Tie it up or win it?
I'm not sure it's loading. It says runs though.
Basically, it looks like a sack fly, I think.
That's fine.
In play runs. Actually, no. It says first and hold on a second.
Yeah, mine's still loading up.
I see first and third in play runs.
Yep, it's first and
Field-
fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice.
Let's go.
All tied up. Here we go. Oh, we need the sack fly.
Nasty Nate, where are you?
I can't believe I'm smiling, but that kind of crap is I just in play, no outs. What is that? Base hit, game over. Game over.
Where are you at, Nate?
Oh, they won. Oh my God.
I think
They won.
it says in play. It doesn't say run though. It just says 8-7. Nick Gonzalez on the bottom.
It says I'm watching it.
Go.
Yep.
Yeah, they won.
Everybody was against me. Let's go.
Going crazy. Pirates players are going nuts.
That was crazy, yeah. They just
Where-
kept fighting back every time they go.
Yeah.
down
What's the
3.
score? Yes. Next Canadian comes in. What's the score?
So there's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in that Raptors Heat Summer League game. It's 56-16.
He said, "Fuck
Jeez.
the Pirates."
It's over. It's over. It's over. We got it.
Yeah. Winner.
They're up 40 points in a Summer League game. You think those guys can come back from a 40-point deficit? There you go, Nasty Nate. That's at least you came in here to take your lumps. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like a man.
got my
Like a man.
respect.
Is the
Just unfollow-
WNBA All-Star Weekend
I'm gonna- I
started?
just unfollowed Johnny Depp. Why would you follow Johnny Depp? Because he's
And the All-Star
Was it
weekend is
Pirates
weird because
of the
they have an All-Star
Caribbean?
team and they play the women's USA team. So it's everyone that didn't make the USA team.
Why isn't Caitlin Clark in the three-point contest?
Nasty Nate wants to
Yeah,
get
Caitlin
Rent
Clark
for
isn't
my-
on the
my
Team
show.
USA. She's on the other one. But by the way, speaking of
Why-
Caitlin Clark, we like
why
to
is-
call him the Caitlin Clark of Nerd Talk. Everybody, welcome to the show.
Goddamn
Gunstick.
right. I hit
There we
three
go.
from half court. I'm like
That's right.
Steph Curry.
Who's it? Angel Reese. then?
Look at this
Who's
guy.
Angel Reese?
Our sleeves optional tonight.
I don't
I
know
don't
who's got a fat ass. I
Not me. I got a skinny ass for
Yeah.
a fat guy. Fat belly.
Angel Reese can get it.
Yeah, she got a badonkadunk.
Yeah,
She
she's
got,
also,
she got that.
she's also like 7 foot tall. So
She's 6'4", I would say.
if you're over 6 foot and you're a chick, you're a giant. I
She
mean,
cast,
You wouldn't climb that. I mean, stop it, Dave. You wouldn't climb that Amazon.
no, Angel Reese for sure. I find her attractive, but I wouldn't choose that.
Why did Nasty Date unfollow?
You know what's perfect? So, Sophie Cunningham is 6'1". She's
Pirates
1 inch
6'1".
smaller. She's the same height as me. That's a girl I can get behind. Is fucking
Who?
Sophie
Angel
Cunningham.
Reese?
No, Sophie Cunningham. Angel Reese would pick what she has.
I'll tell you what. She cleans up well, but when you see her in uniform, she looks weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
What about the Hawk Tua girl?
That
I
girl's
can't
getting
believe
old.
there's a
I don't
documentary
think she,
on her.
I think she's a 5. Like
It's a
where she
documentary.
grew up in Georgia, she's a 5.
She's like,
Yeah.
she got interviewed by chance, and there's a documentary on her about why her life panned out. Like, who the fuck cares? Who cares?
You know,
She got famous. She got famous, and she goes, "Oh no, I'm just funny. I don't mean that." She got famous for letting her inner slut come out.
Yeah,
She got
she's
famous.
She was drunk at a bar, and there was a guy interviewing,
And her inner slut came out.
yeah,
That's funny.
And
As
now
every-
she's going to be
every girl
she's
does.
going to be a millionaire because she was a whore.
Do you know how much she makes in an appearance? $30,000.
Well, she's like when
And
Jersey
they
Shore people
pay-
used to do that.
Tenfold. She's taking that 15 minutes of fame, and she's capitalizing on it. I can't blame her.
Oh, I would too. I would
You
too.
know,
I
Batman, you know how they have the hero you need and then the hero you wanted? There was like it was something like that, but it was like a picture of the Huck Tour girl, and then the other picture was the dude with the gas pump shoved up his ass. You remember that guy?
yeah.
The minute you make
This is what we wanted, and this is what we got. We got the Huck Tour girl, and we wanted to make this guy famous, but this girl was famous.
But the minute that you make bar stools like Viva La Stool, or like you make that, now you're on the radar. That's
Yeah.
what it takes.
And the Nelk guys want her as well. Like they all want her on their podcast too. So.
Well, your fellow Bostonian, that buttface got her first. You're not even Bostonian. You're fucking from Maine.
Illinois.
But
I'm still no.
Brianna Chicken Fry.
Isn't it?
She got her first. Brie Chicken Fry.
Well, Chicken Fry has talent, so
Yeah.
that's different than Her.
She's hot too. She's hot as well. She's smoking.
I think,
And
I
she's
think
like, you heard a podcast. Like she has 2 podcasts, and she
I
has
hate her accent, and I hate that fat pig she's with.
Who are you talking about? Who's this?
Rounded chicken.
No,
fried
that girl's
chicken.
fun. No, that girl's fun.
If she had a different like,
I hate their accents.
if she
Who
had
are
a
we?
different
I don't. Who are these people? I
Gotta go to the bar.
It's
Great
bar,
Valley.
it's barstool stuff. If
Great
you
Valley.
don't, if you're not in the barstool like
Plan Brie is the name of the show. The second-
algorithm, you wouldn't know who they were.
Clan Brie.
No,
Plan
it's
Brie.
Brianna's
Brady's the
Fry.
name of the podcast.
She's actually dating a very famous country singer right now. It kind of blew her up a little bit, but her
And she's-
friend is like a chubby redhead with a
Not
Boston
chubby.
accent.
She's morbidly obese.
I wouldn't say morbidly, but I would say
disgusting.
she's
What's all right?
a
What's
big
the name
girl.
of? Hold on.
She is a
What
big girl.
podcast?
I'm a schoolie, Dale. See that, Dale?
She looks like Sean Higgs with red hair. Basically.
No, Sean would look better than her.
No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
what's the show called? Clan
The
Brie.
problem is like when you're really big, it's just look up Brie, BRI chicken fry. Chicken fry.
Dale Fick in the chat says Guns is a stoolie. I'm pretty much a stoolie, but I don't talk about
If
it.
you're
Like,
if you're fat and ugly, if you're fat and ugly, don't have shows where you go to bars, get all sweaty, and drink and chug like a man. Like you should be feminized a little bit. She's manly, going to bars, stomping around. She's disgusting.
You know,
I mean,
what's funny. You know,
I
what's funny as well.
that,
All
like you have to grow up in New England to understand like girls like that. There are so many girls that I remember growing up that were just that girl that was with the hot chick, but they were like the most fun to hang out with because of their personality, because they were funny. And like you wouldn't want to fuck them. You wouldn't want to have sex with them. You wouldn't want to have to date them, but they're a fun hang.
This
And
redhead's
that is
definitely a little
what that
dumpy.
girl is.
She's definitely a little dumpy. This redhead.
Yeah, you don't have to fuck every girl you're friends with. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I don't see the point in friends, girls that are friends, but that's just me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you took a poll that girls you're friends with, if they called you up and said want to fuck, I would say 99.999% of them would say yes.
That's why I'm saying guys that have friends, the friends that they have are only people that they wish or maybe are keeping around for later. Like that's really what it's the truth, because guys would do that. You know how many girls would say that about guys that are their friend? 99% would say no. It'd be the other way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
this is not a topic I want to talk about.
Listen,
I came
I'm
on.
the oldest.
So
I'm
what's
the
going
oldest
on,
cat
guys?
here. I'm the oldest cat here. I've been married. It'll be 20 years this October.
God bless.
And
Hey,
friend,
God bless. God bless.
quote unquote, like girl kind of friends that I still keep in touch. Like
You want to
I
plow?
don't. No, no.
No, you have those conversations with them, like, can I fuck this chick right now?
No, I mean you've known somebody for 30 years. Like a couple people I've known from when I was little. Like my aunt and her sister were
Not
friends,
like your
so I knew this girl when
babysitter.
I was like 4 years old and
Your
stuff.
80-year-old
And so-
babysitter.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't agree with that. I would.
You can't. He can't have a young babysitter at his house.
No, I'm saying now the babysitter's 80 because he was
Like-
her babysitter.
No. I'm just saying from I like I'll get messages from friends that are girls like for my birthday. Like I'll get a few like, but I've known them for 30 years.
Right.
And not even, and these aren't even people I've dated. Actually, you know, two of them would be somebody I maybe dated. I would send a message that we're still not friends, but would say, "It's your birthday, happy birthday."
Show me your tits.
Imagine like still at this point in our lives, like looking at our Facebook and seeing like 9 people in our friend group that have a birthday and having to say happy birthday. I haven't done that in 4 years. And guess what? When my birthday comes around, I get 0 people that say happy birthday to me. Who gives a fuck? They don't. It's not genuine. It's not.
See, but that's why I miss being on Facebook, because I liked seeing somebody's birthday and reaching out to somebody I haven't talked to a while. But hey, man, happy birthday! Hope all's well. Good, happy birthday to you. It's nice that somebody takes time out of their day to say happy birthday.
I
I'm happy.
appreciate the people on Twitter or X or whatever you call it now say happy birthday to me more than the the people that I grew up with. That
We were talking. We were coming home. Where was I coming home? My son. I don't know where we were, and he was saying something like something about like funeral or whatever. We're just talking about stuff, and I'm like, I die. I said, you don't do anything. I don't care. I said you could call 3 people. You could text my buddy Mark, Scoop, and I said maybe because of Mike. I said otherwise I said go live on StreamYard, hit all the channels, and be like, hey, Sean's gone. Take care, everybody. Like, what do I need a funeral for? I moved halfway across the country. I don't think I have I think I have 2 people's numbers saved from New Jersey on my phone.
Yeah.
I told her, I've said, I'm not having any friends here. You're my only friend, and that's fine. I don't care. You know, I come on here and I have everybody in the chats, but as opposed to going on and doing stuff with people, I don't have anybody here like that. Like, I told my son, I said, well, you do what you want. You want to? I said, you're not gonna bring me back to Jersey and bring me to the beach house. So throw me back in the backyard behind the cable.
Yeah,
you got a big dig out. You can't dig in front of it. Go behind it and just, this is my house. That's all you do.
If you have a family member buried on your property in Florida, I think that you can claim your whole property off as a tax write-off. That's why Trump's buried. He's got a cemetery at
he's burying everything.
Is it
Trump is
Mar-a-Lago?
buried.
That's a good one.
The Mar-a-Lago Resort. Is that what it's called? Mar-a-Lago? Is that
Yeah.
He's got a cemetery there. And that's how he's claimed that on tax write-off, because he's buried his family there. You can claim that.
I like that.
I'm getting cremated. Everybody knows I'm getting cremated.
Wait, how good?
An assassin tried to shoot my ear off.
How good
I told them no.
Kill
They're
Tony?
going to kill me today.
You guys have to watch the new Kill Tony with Trump and Biden.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's so good. It is electric.
It
That
is
is
so
the best.
good.
It's so good.
I saw that on Twitter.
I haven't seen it. It's the Kill Tony with Joe Biden and Trump.
So
there's
a guy, Adam Ray
K.
plays Biden, and
Adam
Gillis
K
plays Trump.
Biden.
Well, Gillis' Trump is like the best Trump there is.
It's the best Trump.
Yeah.
It's like the Adam Ray guy just kind of bombs a little bit, but Shane Gillis is so funny that it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
Well, he has to because he's playing character. I mean, like when he plays Dr.
But
Phil, it's
he
different.
was working way too hard for laughs guns. Like, he was forcing it, whereas Shane Gillis is just so good at it, it comes naturally to him.
I thought they were
Ray guy-
good. I like as a team. I think even Adam realized that like you just gotta let Shane do his thing because it was a perfect impression.
Mexican tits streaming up the border because now we have fentanyl tits. One suck and you're
Yeah,
dead.
yeah. The waitress that goes,
They're
I
killing
talked to her backstage. She had beautiful tits, a fentanyl tits, a Mexican tits across the border. It was so good.
Streaming. Mexican tits are streaming up the border.
Yeah, one
Fentanyl
suck
tits.
and you're dead. One
Fentanyl
suck and you're dead.
I just love he does the like the proper hand mannerisms and stuff like he does these ones.
Yeah, well, like I was telling a guy at work about this is like he like even when he didn't have the mic, he still did the facial things.
Yeah,
like he would just like it's almost like watching a peacock like not or a pigeon like moving their head. That's how it was.
Yeah. It's the best.
But I like him. He goes, he goes, how many more retards do we have to deal with, Tony? Do we have to deal with any more? I can't deal with this any. And then all of a sudden, this guy comes out, this comedian with these short arms. He's got a deficiency with his arms are like here. And he was
we call that you got T-Rex arms, little T-Rex arms.
T-Rex arms, right? And and you can see it, like watch Shane's eyes move to him, and he just looks back at Tony and goes, "Fuck."
It's I love it, but I can only watch it for like it goes for so long. I can only watch
it. It was 2.5 hours. It was a good. I watched every minute of it. It was funny the whole way. I was crying.
I can only watch an hour of that, and then I need to mix it up and watch something else because it just burns me out because it's so funny. But
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. DJ is rescuing us back to sports talk, which is
Any
fine.
thoughts I like the Red Sox tonight. I like every time the Red Sox on the road. I know that Stone is a pretty elite pitcher at home, but I don't think they face like a. I want to put the Red Sox in a playoff caliber team, and they're facing Pivetta.
They are in the playoffs right now. If it ended today,
I mean, yes, correct. They're in the third spot in the wild card, I believe.
Yep.
So Pivetta's pitching. He's better on the road at home, which is basically you could say that about every single Red Sox pitcher in that lineup. And I think he's going to compete. And if you want to take them on the run line for insurance, that's fine. I would probably go money line too. But I would probably split your bet, run line and money line on the Red Sox today. Because I don't trust the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers are a falling knife. I said that like before the All-Star break. I was like, you don't want to bet the Dodgers right now. They're overrated.
Yep.
I'm on the over. Cam put me on the over in that game. I don't think much of either starting pitcher. Both teams can hit, and both bullpens were not good going into the All-Star break. So I'm on the over. Go Red Sox in the over. How about that?
All right. Is this where we talk about 80s movies?
Yes.
No, this is where we talk about, we're going to do one thing. We can end the show. We only have about 20, 30 minutes. We're going to talk about whatever we have, what we just did in the last game. There is one more game coming on, I believe. It is the Astros and Mariners. I'm on the Astros.
I like them too. I'm on the Astros as well.
Yep, I think Sean's on the Astros. Cam's on
Full
the Astros.
game. Like don't play with the first five. I feel like Houston will not have the lead after 5, and they'll just take the lead in the back half. So.
Yeah. But we do want to talk about AFL. That's it, or at least I do.
What?
AFL.
Arena football?
No, Australian Football League. There are 3 games, and I really only like 2 of them. The first game is GWS, Great Western Sydney, and Gold Coast. I like GWS to cover the points. That's the bet that I like. Their form is better, and Gold Coast has lost me too much money for me to bet on them. I think it's quite a bit. It's a big spread. I'm pulling it up right now. It's 14.5, but 14.5 is 2.5 scores. Six points is a score. So
yeah.
St. Kilda game.
I like GWS in that as well. I'll just add to that. Yeah.
The next and the total these totals are all fuck too. I don't like any of them. The St. Kilda who are they playing? St. Kilda West Coast. I don't have a play on that one at all. They're both shit.
It's in the roof. It's in the roof. It's in the roof stadium. Well. Okay. Yep. So these are the games where I love looking at anyone that's playing West Coast. I love looking at their team totals. So I like betting the overs on teams that play West Coast. Another team that I like to fade is North Melbourne. So I like putting team totals. The reason why I go team totals instead of the line is that sometimes these teams, for some reason, will decide, hey, this week we're actually going to try and play, and then they'll fucking cover the fucking line. So,
and it's 34.5 points. That's a lot.
Yeah, and it's just a bit of fuckery. So I like the team total for St. Kilda. I'd even look at the team if you can get team totals for tomorrow for the Carlton game. I'd look at them. That's going to be in the undercover stadium as well. So weather won't really play a key factor. They'll have the roof open if it's sunny. If it starts raining, they'll close it straight away. So Carlton versus North Melbourne, that's tomorrow, that game. And also like Sydney tomorrow, their team total against Brisbane.
Sydney Swans, that's my team.
They're actually the underdog in this game. It's the reason why is because it's being played up in Brisbane. Brisbane have been horrible this year, absolutely horrible. They're looking like they're recapturing some form, but I love Sydney. So if you
Sydney's the best team in the league, and they're dogs.
Yeah, they're dogs. They're plus 100. So
okay.
It'd probably be like 1.5 points, 3.5 point line or something like that. But yeah, they're the main ones I love this weekend. Hawks, Collingwood, that's a bit sticky. That game's on a little bit later.
Hawthorne, don't even think about it. It's a pick 'em, -120. Collingwood sucks. Fade them. Fuck them. Geelong beat them last week.
Yeah, Geelong are a lot better than Hawthorn, but
that's why Geelong had to cover the spread. This is a pick 'em. They just have to win the game. Geelong, I think the spread was like 12.5 or 11.5 or something.
There's some good players back in for Collingwood, but so
I think I care about that. Fuck them. I should care about it.
They're the main ones this weekend. So Sydney Swans money line. You want to hit the over team total over for St Kilda. That number will probably be in the 90s. Might even be around 100 points against West Coast. And then you want to hit the team total for Carlton, which will be around 100 points for that game.
What's the one before that? What over?
The team total for St Kilda.
St Kilda.
Yeah. Kilda, K.
You're betting it, Sean?
Just writing it down. I'll take a peek. Write
it down and keep track of it. See?
Yeah.
You know,
Sydney Swans money line. Team total Colton over. Team total.
I feel like every time you mention these picks, I feel like I'm compelled to bet them.
Dude,
but I don't know the record of me taking these bets. Every time I tail a bet, I feel like it loses, and I'm just ruining somebody's cap. So I refuse to tail anybody that is not my own cap.
Yeah.
So
Smoke always hits me up for plays. Like if we're live and I haven't put anything out, Smoke will hit me up and be like, "What are the plays?"
For people that tail plays, I feel like I am Trent. I feel like I'm doing a Trent on.
You're a mush.
Yeah. I feel like if it's my own work and I'm giving a play and you agree with it because you have your own cap, then that's fine. But if I haven't done the research and I just like blindly tell your play, I'm gonna fuck it up. So I'm not gonna play it.
I got St. Kilda -32.5.
No, you want to get their team total. That's the line. This game.
The only book you'll be able to get that on, I don't know about Bovada, but is on Bet365 as you have it.
All right, I got it. I
say 98.5.
This one I just have. I got the 32.5. I got a total 160.
Bet online won't let you do it.
Sean, are you a Miami fan?
Yeah, I like the U. I mean, it's tough to like them now. I haven't probably liked them in 10 years. You know, I'm an old school U fan. Although I had them in my, I got them in. I was playing 2014 college football when the power went out here, Guns, and I mean 2019. I lost the national championship my first year in 2014 or whatever that was, 15. Then I won 4 in a row, so I'm on a nice little run here with my
like
my
playing
Hurricanes.
NCAA.
Yeah, so 2014 NCAA, not the new one.
I broke controllers. I remember being in Vegas. That's when I was living in Vegas and 2014 came out, and I broke controllers. Like I lost controllers playing my friends because they were like their defense complemented my offense. I haven't played the new game, but I heard the new game's hard.
I don't know. My son's got it. I haven't played it yet. He's doing some career of himself.
If I play it, like I'm not gonna play it because if I play it, I'm going to not pay attention to college football.
Just run simulations.
It is at that level. Like I want to be so goddamn good at it. Like I will play guys online, and they call me the N-word. I don't know why they do that. It's like, sir,
they call you a ninja.
Well, I don't play with headphones and a mic. Like so I can hear people on the TV calling me the N-word.
I like to go offline. I just want to play a game by myself.
Well, during COVID, I got really into NBA 2K. I played like 4 hours a night, and I would deliberately, like in some games when they talk so much shit, I would lose games for them so they would just hate me.
I can't get it. I hear my son up there like yelling, and this is friend group, whether he's playing with, sometimes he'll play with the Jersey Cats or his boys down here, and they're just yelling at each other for stuff. Like, I'm like, what the heck's
you
going
ever
on?
heard a kid that hasn't had their balls dropped or had their voice lowered call you the N-word. It's pretty fun. I was like, this kid's 11. He's calling me an N-word.
It's funny. It's funny how kids troll these days. Like I remember we used to go.
I can't help myself, Smoke.
We used to go and buy two-way radios because our school was near a highway, and we'd abuse truck drivers as they drove through our town. We'd like find which channel the truckies were on. We just go.
Yeah, we did that too. We did that when we were kids. Like Maine was a big trucking. Like from the U.S., everybody would come over from Canada, so like you would have elite guys coming over the border, and we would just like make up scenarios, and sometimes we have like you'd have to have girls involved to get the guys to like hop on mic, and then all of a sudden we would get involved. Like I can't remember the scenarios we did, but it was funny.
Give me Catch a Predator vibes up.
No, like we would like it would be I forget the story we would do. But like, oh, the girl would be talking with this guy a couple times, and the mic goes.
I can see this turning into like
girlfriend, like
this turned into like Jeepers Creepers 3, where like the trucker comes and tries to kill you.
Off, guys. Baseball's kicking off. It's kicked off. Astros, Mariners, Sox, Dodgers. They're up.
Yeah, getting off sports, but anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
so
lead off double for.
You like the Astros guns? That was your
Astros. I would say I hated the first 5 line because I thought it was inflated compared to the full game. I assume that like on first 5, seeing the line at plus 102, 103, you would see a favorite on the first 5. But it actually went up to plus 106. So I refrained from that, and I just went full game at plus 102 just for safety. Because I think that first half of the season, Houston was a big first 5, but they'd lose everything in the second half. But like in June, they kind of flipped everything. So I think it's better to play first 5, actually like full game than first 5 on Houston. And they have a good pitcher there. A pitcher that is expected ERA is like one of the top 10 in MLB right now. So Houston's a good pick. And plus, Houston's going to get hot. Like, you want to fade Houston in the back half of the season? Go ahead. Ain't going to happen.
So the Miami Heat are up almost 40 points on the Rockets. You guys were making fun of Summer League. It was a lock. We were up 11-0 from the beginning. It's
the horn.
That's right.
All right, movies. Top 10. Go.
Undefeated in NBA Summer League. We're going to be 2-0, baby.
John's cooking right now.
2-0, baby.
My top 80s movies.
Oh God, here we go. Wait,
that's what he just said.
Thank God we have like literally 10 minutes left, but let's go.
It's tough to do just.
There's no dead air when I'm on.
Presenting a rabbit hole. You're just presenting a rabbit hole.
I mean, seriously, it's just such a. I mean,
no,
I Wall Street. How do you just have 10?
Who's your favorite child?
No, let's do this. Best directors in the 80s. Best directors.
I'm waiting for the episode of this where Guns comes on and he's wearing like a mask from that big guy from the Goonies with the he's just gonna come online and he's just gonna have this thing on. He's like,
I got Monopoly Goonies edition. Goonies edition.
Goonies is my favorite movie of all time.
No,
it's not even 80s, all time.
Dude, Sean, top 5 directors in the 80s.
Oh God.
Come on. It's John Hughes and everybody else.
That's Spielberg.
It's John Hughes and everybody else. I mean,
Spielberg. Come on, Spielberg's has to.
Okay, I mean,
Spielberg's pretty big.
Or Lucas were like, listen, I like Raiders.
Raiders
of the Lost Ark. I mean, he's got Richard Donner in there, right? I mean, come on, Lethal Weapon.
ET 79 or was that 80s?
What's that? ET?
ET.
ET was 80, 84, 83, 84, maybe even 82.
Spielberg wrote part of the Goonies. I think he didn't direct it. He wrote it, part of it, I believe.
Yeah, Richard
no,
Donner.
that was Jaws.
No, Spielberg had something to do with the
Yes,
Goonies.
he did. Donner, Zemeckis, they were all what a crew.
One of the greatest directors of all time. He did
John Hughes, for anybody in that adolescent era.
Yeah, the story was by Steven
John
Spielberg.
Hughes
He wrote the Goonies, bro.
Yeah.
Told you. I'm pulling up John Hughes movies because I don't know them off the top of my head.
That movie Super 8 is loosely like based on his childhood as well, which is inspired by E.T. and the Goonies, which is a Spielberg movie.
What about Kubrick?
Oh, it is John Hughes. It's every single fucking Ferris Bueller, Weird Science, Breakfast Club. Come on.
He's not right.
Some Kind of Wonderful. Some Kind of Wonderful gets lost in his
He's not
high
wrong.
school angst trilogy.
Yeah, it's everything John Hughes. John Hughes owned the 80s. He's right. I want to say Kubrick just because
Full Metal
he
Jacket.
dominated the movies that he had in the 80s, but it was
Okay,
so
I'll read the
sporadic.
list. Well, I'll read this list out, and we'll talk about as each one. But this is
was 80s too.
This is the top 10 list according to Screen Rant of directors from the 80s.
Okay.
So, in no order either. These are not in order, so don't chuck the missy fit. Tim Burton.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, he was 90s. I would say.
Well, I guess they're giving him for Batman.
Yeah, he had Batman.
Yeah, like Batman was good.
He had like Edward Scissorhands and all that.
Beetlejuice
Yeah.
as well. John Landis. He had the Blues Brothers, Trading Places, Coming to America.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, those are good movies.
We have another one which might have been forgotten about, mainly because he's turned into a movie slut now. But that's James Cameron. He had
Terminator.
Terminator 2.
Well, yeah, Titanic. I mean, that was
None
not
of
80s.
these
That was
compete in the
80s,
80s with Hughes, though. None of them. Not even
Reading-
close.
This is what I said. You're all checking.
I'm in a hissy fit, yes.
I understand. Let's go. Keep going.
Okay, Martin Scorsese. He had Raging Bull, The King of Comedy, which are considered to be two of his best films.
God damn.
We've also got Richard Donner, which,
He had Mean Streets in there too, I
he
think.
also had Scrooge. Scrooge was also one of his movies.
Mean Streets was in the 70s.
Was that
So the
79, 78?
Something like
He
that.
was also responsible. Donner was also responsible for the Lethal Weapon franchise.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Robert Zemeckis. He was the
Back to the
director
Future.
for Back to the Future, and also Who Framed Roger
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Do you have Ghostbusters?
The only
too?
cartoon I
Ghostbusters?
might have ever masturbated to was Jessica Rabbit.
We've also got John Carpenter,
Fight me.
which, to be honest, John Carpenter is probably some of my
Vampires.
favorite movies from the 80s. So,
Yeah.
Escape from New York. I have a guy that I used to work
So
with. That
good.
I called him Snake Plissken. He didn't know what I was talking about, but I called this guy Snake Plissken the whole time I knew him. And now his nickname is Snake, so you're welcome.
That's the Duke. Everybody knows that.
That's
You don't
the
cross
Duke. You don't
the
mess with Duke. Isaac Hayes.
He also had The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China, which I think is
Yes.
one of the most underrated movies of all time.
Which one's the one with the Asian with green eyes? Which one's that?
Big Trouble in Little China. Kim
Yeah.
Cattrall.
So
That movie was so far ahead
John
of its
Carpenter
time.
is underrated.
I
Correct.
like Ghost. I was looking for Ghost from Mars the other night on TV. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, that's a good movie too. Ghost from Mars. That's a great.
You know what movie I saw this morning on TV and I watched for like an hour and a half? Warriors.
That's a good
Warriors.
one.
That's
So
a good
good.
Rob Reiner. He was responsible.
Rob
for
Reiner, yeah.
Rob
Stand By
Reiner.
Me.
Stand by Me when Harry Met Sally and The Princess Bride, which is probably one of the.
Oh, The Princess Bride's a dope ass movie.
Stand By Me was huge.
My dad,
Massive.
my dad took me to see that. in
My
the
name
theater.
is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Corey Feldman and had a career off of actually all four.
Oh, they all did. And Andre the Giant was in that as well.
Who's the guy that has a talk show now?
The guy who just died that was in Young Sheldon and Clueless. The smart guy from Sicilian. Never bet on death when a Sicilian. Remember the Battle of Wits? Yeah. I
Oh
forget the
yeah, that
guy's
old guy. Yes, he was in.
How do you
Clueless.
make
He
a
was teacher.
movie based on like, hey, you guys want to see a dead body? And that is a entire invention, like adventure, the whole thing.
We got our guy.
Oh, Billy Crystal was in Princess Bride. He was the fucking guy that brought him back to life.
Listen,
Andre the Giant.
Forget Paris.
If you're a
I know.
wrestling fan, was in that movie.
Forget
Hey,
Paris.
want a peanut?
Have you seen Forget Paris with Billy Crystal?
Yeah, so good.
Hilarious.
When he's a
That's-
referee, right? He's
Yeah.
a referee. Yeah.
All right, here's that. We got John Hughes. He
Yes.
had the Breakfast Club,
obviously.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
He had every single
more than that.
rom-com, like teenage angst rom-com in the 80s.
And then obviously
Uncle Buck.
the last person on the list is our friend Steven Spielberg. So that's the 10 list according to Screen Rant.
No
So,
Stanley Kubrick. I mean, that
well,
is.
his movies were more in like the 70s.
Yeah.
guys.
He all he had was
No, he had
Full
Space
Metal
Odyssey,
Jacket.
The Shining.
he had The
then he had, like,
Shining.
Yeah, but
he
that was
was-
not in the
Shining
80s.
was in the 80s.
No, it
Eyes
wasn't.
Wide Shut. Eyes Wide
79.
Shut was his last movie that he did. Which
That was in the 90s, though. But he had what was the Vietnam movie he put out? Shit, my brain.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full
that's
Metal
what I'm saying.
Jacket
That's
was
the only
the
thing he
80s.
had in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, like with Kubrick, his movies were masterpieces, so he never
You know the one thing
was in a time like I have to put out a volume of movies. He put out like he's like Scorsese now. Like you'll see a movie every 5 years.
Yeah, but he's like a person with OCD that made cinema, which is crazy.
Well, he was a perfectionist. Yeah.
Oh, well, everything that's in a shot, like just say this shirt's hanging this way. There's a specific reason.
He would
why.
hate it. Yes. He would
Yeah,
hate it so
Everything
much.
is meticulous in every frame. So
Scorsese did The Great Gatsby with Vinny Chase. That was pretty good.
yeah. Scorsese's like
20-year anniversary of Entourage.
he's probably the greatest storyteller, like director, Scorsese. Like he can really tell a story from a perspective, whereas I think Kubrick is like just the master. He's like everything, like symbolism. They call it the golden. It's like a
Shower.
frame. Yeah, golden shower.
There's
yeah,
There's
he's a
an
freak.
account on Twitter, All the Right Movies I follow. And like every day it's like 30 years ago, this movie came out and it gives you like a whole like 30, 40 thread on a movie. Like just the other day they did When Harry Met Sally and how that was based on his divorce and how he was doing. It's a lot of interesting facts on all the movies. It's pretty cool. Just check it out.
But yeah, it's called the golden ratio. It's like a thing that cinematographers obsess over. It's a thing that's been around for hundreds
I like
of
the
years.
Golden Triangle. That's where I get all my heroin.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Days
golden,
of Thunder.
which makes me think of American Gangster, which is also a fucking fantastic movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, do you know that was Josh Brolin's after he was in the Goonies and everything, his career was done, and then he went in that movie and it reignited his whole career. He plays the corrupt police guy in American
No. You know, resurrected his career. Even before that, he was in
he
a.
says it in an interview. He goes,
Now he could say that, but he was in a Ben Stiller movie, and he was. Oh, what was the Ben Stiller? Oh, Tina Leone's in it, and he's in there licking Rosanna Arquette's armpits. Josh Brolin.
was it like a comedy or was it like
Yeah,
a serious?
it's a comedy. It's a Ben Stiller. It's a comedy. Oh my goodness, what was the name of it? He's adopted.
What
Goes looking for his
comedy?
parents.
What are we talking about?
Guns. It's a Ben Stiller flick. He's adopted. He's going to look for his parents. Tia Leone's the adoption agency. Josh Brolin plays a gay FBI guy.
What year?
Mid-90s.
I'm gonna shout out Dale because Dale's got some. He knows some movie stuff.
Wait, he found out he was
I'll
adopted.
look it up.
I'm gonna type in Josh Brolin licks armpits.
I'll tell you what is an underrated movie that like kind of fell.
Flirting with
under the radar.
Disaster.
Thank you.
No, say it ain't so.
I typed that in and it came up.
Has anybody seen Say It Ain't So? It's a
No.
Farley Brothers movie.
Mm-mm.
It has
know the
Klein
Weezer
in
song.
it and the chick, the roller girl from Boogie Nights,
Heather Graham.
Heather Graham.
She was in Swingers.
Yeah, she
was in Swinger.
So-
She was also in The Hangover.
So
Yes, she
the
was.
premise of the movie was this Klein and Roller Girl fell in love,
Heather
and
Graham.
Heather Graham, and they had sex. They had sex, and they were boyfriend girlfriend. And then there was some like weird situation, and
I have sex with you. You're my girlfriend.
And Sally Fields was the mother, and there was a situation where they checked the DNA and realized that both of these people are related, and the guy was the long lost brother. He goes, "Oh my god,
Hello.
you fucked your sister."
Maury Povich.
They called him a sister fucker in the town, and everybody just ransacked this guy for years and just bullied him and called him a sister fucker. He goes, "If I had a sister like that, wham bam." Fuck my sister, because she Heather Graham was hot as hell in those days. It was a Farley Brothers movie. It's before Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, it was called "Say It Ain't So."
The Farley Brothers.
All right,
Did they do something
here's
about
what
Mary?
we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do.
Outside Providence is really good too.
We're going to shut this down.
Yeah,
We can talk about this off stream. The only reason why is we're just losing people.
So Outside Providence involved 2 trans kids. I'm sorry.
So I'm going to lead off with you. Whatever you. I mean, we have a dwindling audience. So I want to make sure everyone can plug whatever they want. Guns. What do you want to say?
Real Deal Prime. He follows me. Dale Flick does, but at Gunspix on every single social media platform that you could find, and follow me on YouTube at Gunspix channel. That's it.
Cool. Dan, do you want to say anything to the people?
Yeah, go follow Slate Bets, which is my little YouTube endeavor. I've got a series that I'm working on right now that I'm going to start putting out next week. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Dave. Make sure you follow the boys, Guns, Sean, Kuji. Kuji's probably got some important shit to do, so that's why he's not back. But
he passed out.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. And yeah, as always, you're the best.
That was Cam's. And last but not least, Sean, do you have anything?
Yeah, no, what's there to say? Thanks for having me on, Dave. Good seeing everybody coming in, especially when Guns comes. We can just get off topic and just go 80s pop culture.
Yeah, Venmo Sean so he can actually get that hair surgery he's looking for.
Look for a little implant on my head.
Oops.
Yeah.
All right.
Shiny head.
We'll get out of here, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Best